his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
Oh, I wish, but you'll see in a second.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Oh, good, that did show up for 300 points.
How did all these squares make a circle? No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green!
Yeah, no, that's actually kind of how I'm feeling right now, Fred. I'm not going to lie. Also, thank you for joining us this evening. And hello, Yuki. Thank you for joining us as well. Oh, wait. What'd I do? I have no idea what happened. Anyway, welcome. Greetings, citizens. It is your HeroFizzer. And as you can see, I am having some technical difficulties this evening. Let me just give you an idea of what I'm dealing with here. So, this is usually what I use for Discord, for, you know, my PNG, what you see behind me. That is where my avatar would normally appear. I don't know what's going on, but Fujitech seems to be having some issues, and it is kind of bothering me. You know, it's fine, etc., but yeah, no, I can't figure out what the problem is, so unfortunately, I guess this is gonna have to be, how I do the stream for a little bit. Until I can figure it out. If anybody has any advice to offer, I am willing to listen to it, but, like, I have copied and pasted my, a link from Fujitech. I may have to go into their, at least I can use this expression. Yeah, this is, well, I mean, I'm only using it right now because this is exactly how I'm feeling at the moment. So I can't really, you know what, let me see something here. Let me just make sure, is it, like, just this, I wonder? Because, like, if I switch to something
you got
else...
the Mario thinking now.
Yeah, I am thinking very hard, long and hard. This is not the first time this has happened. I think this happened with me and, well, Fred remembers this. It happened during, like, one of the Blaze Blue streams, like, very early on during, like, Calamity Trigger. I don't know what the problem is, so you are unfortunately going to be seeing, like, this. Hello, Urkanome. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the check-in. It's either a Discord connection issue, a cached browser error, or the server is having issues, according to the Clanker. What, like the Google AI bot overview, or what? Because, like, it's connected on my end. Unless, like, I have to, I don't know. Let me see if, yeah, it's alright. Actually, now that I think about, oh, okay, well, you know what, let me get out of Discord let me quit Discord, see what happens. Cannot find Discord running, that figures. Yeah, so if this issue keeps up, I am I mean, it is help. It would help me quite a bit if we can actually, like, get this working. But I don't want this to take up the whole stream, you know what I mean? Because, like, we've got how long to deal with probably Mitsuru's story tonight. Yeah, you see, like, I'm refreshing it. So that's Discord. Either refresh the page, clear the OBS cache, or log back into the platform. How do I clear the OBS cache? I've never done that. Because, like, I logged into the Fujitech. Okay, I guess it doesn't... Okay, should recognize it, I think, now. I don't know. Yeah, well, okay. Double click source in the list. Scroll down properties panel. Click refresh cache of current page. Nope, that didn't do anything. Huh. No idea. I hate when this happens. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I should log in and out of Discord because I just got in and out of it right now. It's gonna be the dumbest thing that makes it work. I just know it. When I say platform, I mean Fujitech. Yeah, I mean, like, I already logged into it. Let's try logging in again, I guess. I've never cleared OBS cache, so that would be new to me. Yeah, like, whenever it, like, it doesn't act, there are nights where, like, it will not automatically, function. So, well, I will have a dilemma where, like, I just have to hit refresh and that's it. But, like, clearly, this is not the same issue. Yeah, no, I've already clicked on, let's see. I hit refresh cache of current page. Still not doing anything. I'm so sorry that we're doing this live, everybody. This is a rare issue for me, and I'd rather just, like, get it done and over with as quickly as possible. Fred, if you do have to leave to do your stream, I understand, man. Not a problem here. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. Like, just fuck it, we'll do it live. Gotta run now. Gotta run now. Guy Smiley, gotta run now. Bill O'Reilly, gonna get that Dr. Wiley. Go to OBS Studio, double click yeah, that's exactly what I did. Like, I did that. That is exactly what I did. Refresh cache, and nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't know, I'm gonna have to, I don't know, because I tried going to Reddit to see what if, like, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to Twitter, see if there's, like, any kind of, like, live update about it. And the first thing I see is another homage to Tim Curry. It's the space meme, but it's C's Space Cowboy. What a shame, man. What a shame. Like, it's bad enough that we lost Dolly Parton in one day, but then we lose Tim Curry almost exactly the same day. That, like, what a shame. Okay. Well, yeah, like, the most recent thing, I don't know, it doesn't seem like the site is down. Cause, like, there's no update. There's nothing on Fujitech saying or Twitter saying anything is going on with Fujitech. And Fuji Technology is not the same thing as it's not the same thing as that same company. So I have no idea. Oh my God, Dolly Parton and Tim Curry were the same age too. That is even worse. Man, that is unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm trying everything I can. Like, if I have to just, like, go the stream as is, so be it. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see if this works. Because I did make sure to put this up just in case, and I've got I've got the gear behind me to, just in case. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah. At least, like, All right. Where is it? Yeah, let me just shrink this down a little bit so that it's not like completely distracting, but at the same time, once we see it like working, at least we'll know something is wrong, if it's functional again or something. But this is the best I'm going to have to do. I apologize for the lateness of this, guys. This is not great, but it's what I got to do. There's like no, like, I checked to see if, like, is Fujitech working? And it said, nope, it's just me. Is reactive.fujitech down? It's just you. Reactive.fujitech is up, and I am on the website. It is saying Reactive can see the voice channel you're in and you're ready to go. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what is going on with it. And I don't know. I'm seeing like the guy Fuji Man's Twitter. There is no update, not since July 20th. And there is like no recent updates or anything, unless like, oh, this is just annoying. All right, well, we're just gonna have to deal with it as we are dealing with it. So I apologize again, everybody. This is just how the stream is gonna be tonight. Let's just get it on with. And I was trying to figure this out for so long, the controller decided to turn itself off. That figures. Oh, wait. Okay, you know what? Damn it. Yeah, I forgot. I'm so mad. I forgot we have to do the training online before we can do anything, but... Yeah, we'll try to figure out Mitsuru for a little bit, but we are running behind, so I don't want to spend too much time on it.
This place exists between dream and
Thanks.
reality, mind and matter.
Picture in your head your own appearance as well as your alter ego.
Okay.
Your persona. I wish you good luck.
Like I said, we're running behind, so... I don't... Booby Lady, yes! God knows if her story is just as long as Naoto's. Exactly my point. Like...
What's wrong?
There we go. Had to remind myself what was what. Like I said, though, we are running behind as a result of that, but, so... I don't want to spend too long doing all the training. I mean, it worked eventually. Oh, wait. There we go.
What?
Hers really relies on a lot of charging, doesn't it? Interesting.
Artemisia. Go. On guard. On guard. Artemisia.
Okay.
Go. I won't hold back. It's over for you. First.
There we go. How did that not count? Oh, wait. Wrong combo. There we go. That's the cleanest red fur coat I've ever seen. Yeah. You're not wrong. I mean, usually if you have a fur coat that red, it's usually because PETA threw red paint on it or some shit.
What?
Also, when the hell do you find a gas station like this? There we go.
You're mine now. An elegant finish.
Also, I can't remember, but I think her persona is supposed to represent either the panda or the bamboo. One or the other. Wait. Oh God, really? Yeah, no. Wait. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, no. It's that last part that's really throwing me off, too. Alright, this will be the last one, like I said. There we go. Okay. Ready to go. All right. Yeah, I have to imagine there's going to be a lot of exposition for this particular bit, but late November in the year 2010. DVD is on sale, considering getting it. Go ahead and do it, Arcanum. Yeah, JT actually told me about some stuff that is on sale, so I'm going to be looking into the DLC and see if, like, I'll probably pick up, like, some stuff just so, like, I have new options to go and deal with. The darkness fell without warning. At the same time, the previously busy examination room fell so silent that the man's ears hurt. Wonder what he was listening to.
What happened?
He called toward the back of the room, but no answer came. After working for pub safety for over a decade, he thought little of could faze him anymore, but this was uncomfortably alien. Kingdom 2 Crowns is also on sale. Amazing game. Never heard of it. It was no ordinary blackout. If it were, the faint light from machines running on battery power, such as cell phones, would remain. But the silence disturbed him even more. He hadn't heard so much as a single cry. As he looked around, he saw a spot in the darkness. Something was giving off an eerie glow as if painted in incandescent pigments. Wait, what? 300 hours. Where's the Mitsuru voice? This is the Mitsuru. I don't know. I don't even know if this is Mitsuru, honestly. Alright, well. Once his eyes began to adjust to the darkness, he was able to faintly make out the area around that light. The shining spot was... Okay. Alright. The shining spot was revealed as a small, strangely decorated box. One that the man had only just delivered to the forensics unit.
Team! What the hell is...
Oh, this guy. I don't know what Mitsuru sounds like, so I think your voice is spot on. Thanks. I'll try. Kind of, I don't know, man. We went through a lot, as you can kind of tell. He called out, still squinting at the...
seems I'm unfashionable.
Hello, Tiger's Eye. Thank you for joining us this
But I'm
evening. Hope you're
ready
doing
to
well.
do
As you can see, we are fighting through some stuff right now. But as the shape resolved, he saw that it was not a person's shadow at all.
Huh?
He had no words to describe it. At first glance, it seemed to be a coffin. Well, yeah. Indeed, that is what it was shaped like. But he had never seen a coffin standing upright, tall as an adult, shining like a dark crystal. Yet that was clearly what the crystalline mass was, squatting in the spot where a window clerk normally stood. And upon closer examination, it wasn't the only one. Yeah, I am trying to fight Fujitech over this. I don't know what the problem is, though. It is going to be bugging me the rest of the night, though, trust me. At desks in front of the evidence shelf next to a reference computer, the objects towered everywhere as if they had taken the place of humans. Yeah, watch.
What are these?
A chill ran down the man's spine. Their people was the thought that it instinctively came to mind. Was this the reason he couldn't hear anyone else's voice? Was it because everyone but him was...
What's going on?
Once the fear had set in, it wasn't easy to shake off. His familiar office was starting to look like a grotesque netherworld. He felt quite sure that he had to get out. Quickly, he turned and grabbed the knob to the door through which he had just entered. But
What the?
it didn't budge. It wasn't that the door was locked, preventing the knob from turning the latch. The knob was completely frozen in place.
Is anyone here? Hey, let me out!
The man slammed his fist against the door, yelling in desperation. But the sensation he felt when his fist impacted the surface wasn't that of hitting a door. It was hitting wood. It felt completely at odds with what he saw, as if a picture of a door had been drawn onto a solid wall. Oh, so we're doing some Looney Tunes shit, I see. Okay. It was then that the man noticed that another light, similar in color to that emanating from the box, could be seen on part of his hand as he swung it forward. Well, given the lighting in this place, it could be an Xbox. I don't know. Seems like the only real logical conclusion here, I think. It was a ring. I see you. And suddenly, he remembered. When he brought in the small box, he found several bizarre ring-shaped objects within it. Oh, so it's the Mandarin we're dealing with. While handing it over to forensics, he suspected that they might be rings. To check the theory, he put one on. And now that ring was emitting the same eerie light as the box. Also turned him invisible. Though he still had no idea what was going on, it was immediately apparent that it was directly related to the current situation. The man grabbed the ring with sweat-slicked fingers and tugged, ready to pull off his own finger if necessary. Oh, so it's Saw and Looney Tunes, okay. What a crossover. But just at that moment...
I wouldn't take that off right now.
Huh.
What?
The man can't help but gasp. He looked around, but could sense no one inside the room with him. Where had the voice come from?
I'll be there to rescue you shortly. Calm yourself and wait there.
When the man calmed himself, he realized that it wasn't just a voice. The sensation was indescribable, but it was distinctly unlike hearing with one's
Who's
ears.
there?
Oh, pardon me. This is Mitsuru Kirijo. We met earlier.
Okay. Kirijo. He did know a Kirijo. Up. Oh my fucking god, are you Stop with the fucking ads, Wondershare. I have enough bullshit to deal with tonight. It was she who brought the strange small box. And that wasn't all he knew. The Kirijos were a wicked family who used their fortune and influence as a shield, a constant frustration to the police. Yeah, Wondershare Filmora, that's what I use for my my editing software needs. It keeps popping up ads at like the worst times, though. I don't know how to turn it off. Despite that, the man couldn't help but feel relief wash over him. Perhaps he might survive this after all.
Oh, well, I appreciate the help. Just hurry.
After getting the muttered words out, he sank to the floor, the door at his back. Mitsuru Kirijo. If you recalled correctly, she was the eldest daughter of the Kirijo group's founding family. He noted that her voice had been far calmer than his, despite the situation they were both in. He sensed a measure of trustworthiness from her, and to think, it had been merely an hour ago that he was asking himself why such a young girl had been chosen as the head of the Kirijo group at all. At this point, I'm not even sure if I would consider Mitsuru a young girl, but fuck do I know. The digital clock on the corner of the desk quietly announced the arrival of 10 o'clock in the morning. Normally, most of the staff would be out and about by now, but the entire police department was in turmoil today. 20 or 19? I would have to imagine 20. It was only to be expected, with a key figure from the Kirijo group visiting on unusual business.
Kirijo, huh?
The Kirijo group was a major trading firm, synonymous with Japan. They had links to all areas of business. Not a day could go by in the city without hearing their name. The clock that had struck 10 bore the logo of Kirijo Electronics, and KJ was the carrier for the cell phone provided to every member of the force. And they've been absorbed multiple times until they became Verizon. A few days ago, this same Kirijo group had made a seemingly insane proposal. The document was hundreds of pages, but a brief summary would read, "We wish to collaborate with the police on an unofficial department for eliminating monsters."
Well, it does happen from time to time. Famous businessmen end up advocating cultish nonsense in pursuit of their ambitions.
Oh, boy! Oh, you have no idea. Upon consideration, it was decided that the Kirijo group should be invited in to give their pitch. Of course, there was no intention of spending tax money on the outlandish proposal. The police's interest in humoring the Kirijo group lay elsewhere. The Kirijo group had offered an incentive whereby if the police agreed to the meeting, they would provide a detailed list of the Ergonomics Research Lab's artifacts, as well as actual samples. Yep, it sure does. It was this that drove the officials' decision, for there had been dark rumors bandied about the Kirijo group over the last 10 years. While still a family-run business, some said that Old Man Koetsu Kirijo had delved into paranormal research and was performing inhumane experiments. Why do I keep telling you, brats, get off my lawn? I don't care if I've turned into a Demogorgon. Y'all are gonna pay for being on my lawn. Normal things. Stranger things, even. I don't know, man. Old man Kirijo, it wrong with me. The police collected enough evidence to test the rumor and had prepared many times to force an investigation. But every time the investigation came to nothing due to the group exerting hidden pressure, frustrating those working on the case to no end. The investigation's prime target was the infamous Ergo Research, the Kirijo Ergonomics Research Lab. Now we know the whole backstory for the Demogorgon. He fucked around and did some experiments. Yeah, you know what? I also could have gone with Arachne from Blaze Blue, but my idea's funnier. Exposing the Kirijo group's dark side had been a dream of public safety's for 10 years now. And now Kirijo seemed willing to hand over Ergo Research's tightly guarded secrets on a silver platter. No one knew the reason for this sudden about-face, but neither did anyone think of turning them down. Yeah, it is fun. It's fun, but like the story is so fucking dense, man. And we actually had to take a break because bada boom, bada bing, yeah. We had to take a break because I thought, going into Central Fiction, because there is no English dub, I was going to be doing a lot of talking and I needed to give my voice a break, so I decided, let's play Persona 4 Arena. And here we are, still reading text, still doing voices. There's actually a perk called Bada Bing Bada Boom. Are you freaking kidding me? They agreed to the summit not to hear out whatever proposal Kirijo was offering, but as a stepping stone toward unearthing their past crimes. Time passed and the agreed-upon time in the afternoon came. But no meeting happened. The man was tasked with watching over and bringing in the artifacts from the Kirijo group. Though he would not speak with the guests, the police's plan afforded him a major responsibility, one that gave him something like a leading role. P4A and AU is made by Arc Systems, and the story is way better than Chrono Phantasma's. I mean, it's not as dense. That's the best I can offer it right now. But like, my problem is, I thought there wasn't gonna be so much text to read. Here I am reading texts and doing voices. It wasn't long before the Kirijo car arrived in the underground Porte de Cocher. Yep, that means something in French. Get ready to be up until 12 a.m. Well, hopefully it doesn't take that long. The staff there to receive the guests only shrugged at the long black limousine that would have turned heads on the main roads. One of the youngest recruits looked towards the man and asked a question.
Chief, what's with that car?
But that was the least of the surprises in store. When the Kirijo group representative stepped out of the limousine, she was revealed to be a beautiful young woman, no older than a university student. This is Mitsuru. She's in college. Not only that, but she had attendants dressed in what could only be described as maid uniforms. All of them were young women roughly her age. The scene mesmerized the various dignitaries present to greet her.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I am Mitsuru Kirijo, representing the Kirijo group. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, Kirijo. Okay. I've been doing Kirijo. I don't know. Does it really make a difference? I don't know if it makes a difference. Her brisk... Yeah, this is... So this is why I have not really been doing, like, a voice per se. This feels like somebody is doing the narration for Mitsuru instead of herself. Like, I don't know. I guess Mitsuru is so fucking rich, she doesn't even have to do her own narration. From there, she shook hands with the assembled dignitaries in a manner that showed she was no stranger to social gatherings. Why are they narrating for her? Who knows?
She's the company rep? Really?
It is weirdly the least of my worries right now. The young recruit who was sneaking looks out of the corner of his eye muttered in spite of himself.
Their proposal said the rep who's coming today would be the leader of this new unit, but I thought it was supposed to be some hardcore armed response team, and she's leading it? Well, I guess it's better than some meathead.
Yeah, if only Akihiko was the one in charge of this.
Shut up and hold your position.
But in truth, the man felt the same way. Certainly, this monster extermination unit, or the MOO, would never be incorporated, but even if it were, he was sure this wisp of a girl could never do such work. Might want to turn the game up a little bit? I guess so. It'll give me a chance to see if, like, anything, literally anything is working here. Nope, still nothing. I don't know, because, like, 16.9 seems like normal for the games, but, you know, because of how fucking loud Mega Man was, it's like, I don't know. Let's see if this will do it. Okay. Yeah, still nothing. Now, just give me like 1 second. I want to see if, yeah, if it wasn't for Mega Man being so fucking loud, I would not have had to deal with my okay. Yeah, let me see. There has to be like something about this now. Come on. Okay. Why does it have to be now? Why does it have to be like... Alright, well, let's see if that does anything. Yeah, tell me about it. I don't know, maybe it's the fact that I have like too many OBS things open. That can't be it. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Alright, that should be a little louder. Eventually, the dignitaries entered the agency along with Miss Kirijo. All of them wore lopsided smiles due to the young beauty's unexpected appearance, but that would do for now. The dignitaries were only there to receive her. Their true objective was loaded in the truck parked behind the limousine. The documents and artifacts of ergo research.
All right, start bringing them in.
Roger, sir.
At the man's signal, his trained subordinates surrounded the Kirijo truck. They formed... You know what? The more I'm reading this, the more I'm asking myself, if we're not getting Mitsuru's mindset, is it really worth reading through this? The articles of various sizes, with even a few that came in oversized metallic containers for aerial... we're getting the full details, but it's like, we're not getting her mindset. The Kirijo group had warned them not to handle these things carelessly until explanations were forthcoming. We might get her narration once we get into the TV. Hopefully! In truth, the department was already prepared to begin a forensic investigation of the objects and even send them to the lab.
Sure it's okay for us to open these? The instructions said not to.
It won't be a real investigation if we let them hamstring our procedures. Besides, I can't think of anything they could send us that we couldn't handle. Unless there's real monsters inside these things.
The articles were brought in silence. The operation only lasted about 15 minutes. The man himself received the last item, about the size of a jewelry box, and checked the truck to make sure nothing went overlooked before closing it up. It would have been like 10 if somebody didn't stumble in the lineup, Jerry. That done, he turned and walked away quickly towards the forensics room. Huh, so that's what it looks like. Try though he might to maintain his composure, he couldn't contain the excitement he felt. For 10 years, the darkness of the Kirijo group had been a frustrating legend, like mist between the department's fingers. Like sand in the hourglass. Their chance to investigate and expose them was here at last. If even the slightest evidence matched the DNA of those who had gone missing, or the victims of the unsolved cases, victory would be theirs! The man tried to tamp down his exhilaration and took another look at the small box he held. There was no upper lid on the box. A pedestal-like protrusion at its center held a number of small circular trinkets. Their usage was completely unknown. What kind of research produced these? Just as the man was about to hand the box to the window clerk, he saw a wedding ring on the clerk's finger and came to a realization. This woman is cheating on her husband!
Huh. Are these rings?
We're not sure yet.
What do you mean you're not sure yet? The man put on some protective latex gloves and tried one of the objects on. After looking at it from every angle, its color and shape seemed to be nothing but ordinary. If it was meant to be jewelry, it wasn't very attractive. The man couldn't picture scientists in lab coats slaving away in a lab to create rings like this. The moment that unlikely possibility came to mind, the man felt somewhat embarrassed by his ignorance of fashion and accessories. But as soon as he reached for the small box to put the ring back inside, darkness suddenly fell.
Please step away from the door.
The voice echoing in the man's mind brought him back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. He took a few steps away from the door, as directed, and stood ready. Step away from the door. The more he thought about it, the stranger the order seemed. How did she know he was so close to the door when she wasn't even in the room? How do you know she's not in the room? Suddenly, a chill filled the area. No, it's just her persona being used. In mere seconds, the entire door was coated in white.
Where'd this ice come from?
It had frosted over. The man couldn't believe his eyes, but the evidence was there in front of him. He could then hear a slight knocking sound, followed by a crack forming in the center. The door buckled under its own weight and crumbled with a sound that was like building blocks being pushed over. Standing just past it was the Kirijo woman. She walked over to the man with exquisite nonchalance. At her side was one of the maids she brought.
Are you all right? We did give you fair warning, but it seems to have gone unheeded.
The man looked towards the ring shining on his finger.
Then this happened because we touched that box? What is this thing?
That ring gives its bearer an unstable form of pseudo-potential and allows anyone to experience the Dark Hour.
Okay, a few questions. First of all, why would you want that?
The Dark Hour?
The box itself seems to be a failed recreation of the Dark Hour. The effect radius is small, and it malfunctions when improperly handled.
Hey, so is that why you see Tartarus in P4AU? The Dark Hour. He remembered that phrase coming up in documents the Kirijo group had sent. If he recalled correctly, it was defined as a hidden time, unable to be experienced by normal people. a time where everything stood still. I love how these stories only go like so far with certain individuals. You know what I mean? Because like this man clearly knows about Tartarus, probably doesn't know shit about the Midnight Channel, and don't even get us started on the stuff in Persona 5. According to the documents, it seems to have occurred every night at midnight for about 10 years, until spring 2010, as if it was forcing its way into normal time. More like Fizzer time! Before now, it seemed like pure fantasy. But could this silent darkness be the very same thing? Yes.
So you're saying those stories in that document, that occult-sounding stuff was actually for real?
For real? At that moment, a voice suddenly echoed from beyond the hallway, past the broken door. Yes.
Who's there?
The man reflexively called out in alarm, realizing that the fear had not yet died down. I'm already getting tired of P5. Just be glad I've already played through it. What emerged from the darkness was the young recruit who had greeted the guests earlier, and had been helping with bringing in the artifacts. Granted, there is the potential down the line to play Strikers, maybe Tactica, but we're not there yet. A year ago, I ended it in April of this year.
Chief! Hey, are you alright?
The man started to rush to his side, but the Kirijo woman silently stopped him. She stood between the two as if protecting the man. Tactica first, then Strikers? Yeah, probably.
What? He's my...
Before he could finish, a surprising change overtook the recruit. I need... The recruit fell to the ground with an agonized scream. A black, tar-like substance began flowing from his every orifice. Oh my god, I may not have been too far off on the arachnid comparison.
What?
The ooze spread unnaturally across the ground and cohered into a glob. It rose up like a beast raising its head, and what looked like claws began to form. Its appearance showed clear signs that it possessed some malevolent will. Jesus! Somehow that is less jump-scary than Miss Tail. The man thought again about the Kirijo group's initial proposal. We wish to collaborate with the police on an unofficial department for eliminating monsters. Without a doubt, this was what they were referring to. And the name that came up again and again was...
This is a shadow.
That it is. It's a monster that dwells in every person's heart.
So, what's yours, dude?
They usually can't manifest themselves this way, but it's quite common to see it happen during the dark hour.
So the research to make this happen artificially. That's what Kirijo has been experimenting with.
That did seem to be the extent of it. At the start.
At the start. The man couldn't prevent himself from shuddering, imagining the implications of her statement. Good God, can you imagine? Oh! And there's a dog here, too. Hello, doggy. With a second roar, the half-liquefied shadow suddenly took the form of some fell beast. But where the face should have been was nothing but a mask, giving it the bizarre appearance of two creatures stitched together. A mask, you say? Very interesting. It's like it was predicting the idea of shadows in Persona 5. The young woman, for her part, seemed not in the least perturbed.
Kikuno, my things, please.
I mean, this is just another day for her that ends in Y. The maid stooped to reach something. The man wasn't sure where she had been carrying it, but she placed a sword in her master's hand. The blade was specially shaped, similar in design to a fencing saber.
You're going to fight it?
Stay back. This will all be over soon.
At that moment, as if understanding her conversation, The shadow squared itself and leapt towards the young woman. Fencing saber? Yeah, I mean, yeah. What else did we expect? In the darkness of the room, the man found it difficult simply keeping his eye on it. The young woman did not move. Her sword remained lowered in the face of the shadow's advance. I thought it was a rapier. I'll be honest, I kind of thought the rapier was what you used in fencing. I'm clearly wrong. Of course, thought the man. An amateur like her could never react in time.
Artemisia!
I'm sorry, amateur? At a word from the young woman, some unseen force slammed the shadow against a wall. It then tried to make out with it. The man momentarily doubted his own eyes. For it hadn't been the woman who repelled the monster, but a silhouette that suddenly appeared behind her. Artemisia. Did I say it wrong? It looked as though the being enveloped it in sublime light, contracting the shadow's dark glow, was a woman wearing a majestic dress. The silhouette held up a hand towards the grounded shadow. Once again, the man felt freezing air fill the room. Excuse me. Hang on a sec. I don't know what it is, but like probably a mix of the temperature in the air, but yeah, suddenly I've got like something in my throat. And with that, the shadow stopped moving. Frost crystallized all over it, turning it into an ice sculpture within seconds. Fun fact, they were originally going to have Yosuke and the others use their ultimate personas, but they cut that. You know what? I was actually asking myself about that the other day, and I keep forgetting about it when I come to the streams. But yeah, like I was asking myself, if this is all taking place after Persona 4, why are they not upgraded to their ultimate forms? Then again, I guess you could ask that same question about Persona Striker or Persona 5 Strikers and anything similar to it. Only then did the young woman swing the sword in her hand. Oh, come on, put a little more effort into it, Mitsuru. A white gleam arced through the air. Upon impact, the frozen enemy shattered, like it had been crystallized sugar rather than ice. The victory was so one-sided that the man hesitated to call it a battle. More like a curb stomp.
Are you all right?
I mean, it's a good thing these caskets are here, because, you know, you probably put the shadow in one of them. The young woman turned towards the man. The sound of her boots hitting the floor gave him the jarring realization that she hadn't moved a single step during the fray. Seeing that he was at a loss for words, she gave him a gentle smile. It was all too much for the man. He actually felt relieved to be protected by this small woman. One thing was obvious. That is a very fluffy coat. She had been through countless battles, much like the one he just
Your
witnessed.
fallen employee's life is in no danger, but he'll be very weak. Make sure he gets to a hospital.
No, I should at least handle that. It is a public security matter.
Sorry, just checking to make sure that I didn't miss anything. With a nod, the young woman approached the small box and manipulated it in a way he couldn't quite catch. The eerie yellow-green light began to fade. Moments later, the silence and darkness faded too. The world had been restored. The man felt his body become suddenly lighter, causing him to breathe a sigh of relief. Honestly, I'd be happy to breathe at all. He hadn't realized until the pressure was gone that the air had been suffocating, as if he had been underwater. There was a stir of movement in the room. The forensics team and assistants looked at the man and young woman, perplexed. The man took a quick look around. Somebody stole something in this room, but what? Fragments of the shattered door were strewn about. Well, I guess it's one thing that Mitsuru is going to have to pay for. A young public security worker was lying unconscious nearby. And the Kirijo guest, who had entered without anyone noticing, held in her hand a drawn sword.
I'd be shocked too if I were them.
It occurred to him that if normal people couldn't sense the dark hour, The sudden change in circumstances may have seemed to them like some magic trick.
Excuse me, but this place is off limits to all unauthorized personnel.
Now, what do you think she is? Security?
Hey, what's going on here?
The forensic staff looked at the man helplessly.
It's all right. We had a little emergency. That aside, halt all examination of the relics they brought in. We'll wait for further instructions from the Kirijo group.
Huh? But you said...
If there are any boxes that are closed, don't force them open. Not if you don't want to come face to face with monsters.
Leaving the frowning forensics team behind him, the man quickly went into the hallway with the Kirijo woman.
I have to thank you for your help. And about the conference, I'll join in as well. It's been arranged so nothing you say would get through to the higher-ups.
If the young woman was surprised at what amounted to a confession of betrayal, she didn't show it.
Are you saying you will reconsider your plans?
I can't overlook anything as serious as this. I wouldn't be doing my job as public security if I did.
You know, a thought just occurred. I have not logged out of OBS from Twitch to see if that would do the trick. I'll probably try it like once the stream is over with, so yeah.
But make no mistake, the things I saw today are proof of the sins the Kirijo group has committed. They can't be punished under the law, but now that they're known, atonement will be made in some shape or form.
Indeed. I never intended anything less.
You really put one over on us this time.
Hmm?
Oh, there's no need to be coy. What happened today was no accident, was it?
What do you think?
We'd never have believed the reports unless we saw it in person. That's why such a dangerous box had no lid. Am I wrong?
There was no lid. That's not possible. That box was classified as risk level 3. It should have been securely fastened.
Well, looks like somebody tried to get away with using one of the rings for a proposal. The young woman fell silent, then gasped and gave the maid walking silently beside her a look. I'm curious to see how the Ikaruga story would work out. So am I. I really do need to work on that at some point.
Kikuno.
Maybe once we're done with you know, the Kinktober stuff. The maid continued without the slightest sign of remorse and left her master behind. Both the man and the young woman sighed at once.
Us guys in public security have a reputation for being tough. But it seems like you guys are no slouches yourselves.
You know they can use that ring for a cock ring, right? Why would you want to, though? The summit that was meant to be a perfunctory refusal took an unexpected turn. Promises were made to continue the talks. Of course you are. 6 months passed. After many opportunities to show the actual samples to the dignitaries were set up, the proposed special unit was established in mostly the form Kirijo requested. Perfunctory, big-ass words. It's not a word you usually see, right? It was the inauguration of the special unit that would, in time, be nicknamed the Shadow Operatives. Yeah, so this is the thing that Fred and I were talking about for, like, doing something with. Oh, finally. Well, I don't know, why not? Indeed, the Shadow Operatives. I'm quite fond of the name. Not that I normally pay much heed to these things, but in this case I admit to being pleased. It started as sarcasm on the part of the higher-ranked personnel from the police. It could be taken to mean those who deal with shadows, but the real meaning is those who operate in the shadows. Well, I think this is Mitsuru's voice now. I mean, either one of those could make for a good title for a TV show about vampires. I don't know about you. Not only is the unit unofficial, we have the difficult-to-credit job of exterminating monsters. Mostly, I suspect it was a dig at a group that disturbed the expected peaceful years before the older personnel's retirement. But Shadow Operative could also mean one who does unrewarded, albeit crucial work for society. It's a name truly befitting of this organization's goals. We're approaching the first anniversary of the Shadow Operative's establishment. Though we're still at the level of basic investigation and laying groundwork, it seems a full-scale case has arisen.
Fighting is not our first option, but I'd be more reassured with you there. We have a general idea of where it was taken, the Inaba area, where there were reports of suspected shadow activity last year.
Good as it is to hear from an old, reliable friend, I limit the call to a quick exchange of information.
I'll send you the precise location later. Sorry to call when you just returned from a trip, but I'm relying on your assistance.
I close my cell and turn towards my colleague.
He's only just returned and he's going directly to the location from the airport. Akihiko never changes.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was him. The man I was on the phone with just now was Akihiko Sanada. He's one of our non-permanent staff. Akihiko is an excellent Persona user, but beyond that, he's a skilled boxer. Also a very big fan of protein. So much protein. I remember the kitchen always being full of protein. Nothing but protein for days and days and days. And somehow it would just gather on the counter. I don't know how he did it, but somehow he did. He's a friend of mine from high school who fought the shadows alongside me. I admire his strict determination to never neglect his training, but the extreme lengths he goes to can be rather inconvenient. Is Target similar to Mitsuru personality-wise? She tries to be. Like, I'm trying to think of a good, way to go about it. Like, she is the straight man to Fizzer's nonsense. Like, Fizzer as a superhero is not an idiot. He just likes to make cracks. After entering college, he accepted my invitation to be one of the founding shadow operatives, but it was his actions afterward that went above and beyond. Sure, I'll join, but if I'm going to use my strength professionally, I want to get my skills to a level I'm happy with first. Thus began his training expedition. And so much more protein. I mean, Mitsuru is also a straight woman. Not like that. Like, in comedy duos, you have a straight man. But, I guess you do get it. He's not only wandering the country, he's traveling the entire world. But to be fair, Mitsuru... Sorry. To be fair, though, Mitsuru does not deal with the kind of... Well, I guess there is... Alright. Chill. I don't know. I guess there is... Oh my god, I had his name in the back of my head. Baseball guy. Like, she probably does have to deal with that a lot. I can't decide whether to be dumbfounded or impressed by his dedication to training. Junpei, thank you. I don't know how. I don't. All of this is to say that he only just returned to Japan to take part in this operation. I give a wry smile and lean back in my chair. Also, Akihiko and you making cracks sounds accurate. That's good. Seeing me relax, the girl watching nearby smile. But it's not listen, you have heard how I make cracks on stream, okay? I think Akihiko is much more straight-laced compared to my nudge, wink, say no more. This is Aigis, known for her blonde hair and piercing blue eyes. Yeah, because that's the only thing she's known for. She's a sweet girl on the outside, but she has what it takes to be an important member of our squad. Also on the inside, a lot of wiring.
Will we be able to find Labris? My sister?
When I look over at Aigis, her eyes are cast downward with a worried expression.
Will we be able to save her? Isn't that what you really want to ask?
Not her tie or the fact that she was focused on the protagonist. What do you mean her tie? There is the SpongeBob thing. Right, now I got it. There is a possibility that we will have to fight Labris, knowing that it's not a great leap to imagine that in the worst case, she may have to be destroyed. And alas, it's true. If all else fails and our safety is at risk, with no other way to stop her, that option is on the table. Excuse me.
Don't worry. As I mentioned to Akihiko, fighting Labris is not our priority. The reason I formed this shadow operative team is to save lives. We will find her, whatever it takes, and bring her back. We can do this.
Yes. I'm sorry to be so pessimistic.
Those feelings you have for Labris, you should tell her when you see her.
I will.
Will she, though? I guess we're gonna have to see when she gets to that point of her story. Excuse me. The monitor is showing certain data under multiple redundant encryptions. Hirijo Ergonomics Research Lab, confidential matters. There is, in fact, a reason I'm reviewing these materials that are normally securely concealed. Because 2 days ago, on May 1st, I was unexpectedly dragged into a serious incident. The passenger plane I was taking to Kagoshima was hijacked. There hadn't been a domestic hijacking for 10 years. Not touching that one. The top brass of the police, afraid to make any mistakes, sent in the shadow operatives. The case itself was resolved quickly and all the culprits arrested. None of the passengers were harmed either. But the hijackers' true motive wasn't terrorism or political demands, as one would expect. I was surprised to find they were really after my cargo. Yeah, what a sweet refrigerator that is. It was a sealed box from the Ergonomics Research Lab. We were transporting it to Yakushima in that flight. No one thought that the risky hijacking could have been in pursuit of just the cargo, and as a result, one of the objects was stolen. Oh, thank God, we're not doing the whole meetup with Naoto again. Right? I'm so glad they summarized that into, like, a few sentences. The arrested suspects are all in police custody, but none of them have any memory of carrying out the crime. Someone was pulling their strings, and they're very probably using uncommon methods. Considering that Puppet Master was targeting shadow-related cargo, I doubt they'll be easy to deal with. As for what was stolen, Igus mentioned its name a moment ago. The 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labris, is an older model from 2 generations ago. Since shadow-related ergo research documents were lost in an accident, we know little about Labris. She is an android, most likely a female version, just like Igus. Okay, excuse me, one second here. Most likely. Why do you say most likely? Like, is this another Blaze Blue situation where the person who made the robots just seems much more invested in making them out of women, like Carl's dad would do for, like, Noelle, Lambda, New, like, I don't know. Especially since we've never seen a male android in Persona, so... Who made Labris? I don't know. I'm still going with Carl's dad. But instead of a weapons loadout, she seems to have been fitted with some kind of experimental equipment. That's all we know. Still, thanks to our collaborator's quick wit, the escaping vehicle was traced with the N system. It wasn't easy, but we managed to pinpoint its location. Also, I'm guessing the music that we're listening to now is from Persona 3. It was headed for the city of Inaba, where there may have been shadow activity last year. Once the preparations to depart are complete, I'll head there myself. That's what I thought. My mind wanders a bit. Though I was unaware of them, the shadow of the sins committed in the Kirijo name is still so painful, 10 years on, that I sometimes want to avert my eyes. But now is not the time to be bound by the past. Now is the time to act. I suddenly noticed that Igus has been staring at me worriedly. I give her a smile and stand up decisively. Okay. We're pulling up to Yasu Inaba, the central town of Inaba. Though it's a central town, the main street seems nearly deserted, and there's virtually no activity to be seen through the car windows. It was confirmed that the vehicle transporting Labris was abandoned here, so our first move would be to confirm the situation. Okay, so I recognize this one definitely. Or so I thought. I attempt to ignore the rude stares of people trying to get a look inside the car, focusing instead on the scent of my tea. People keep crowding around whenever we park. We've had to move it a number of times already. We didn't get a moment's peace until the car had reached the junkyard on the outskirts of town. As I try to keep from sighing, Aiga speaks up from her seat in front of me.
Mitsuru-san, our activities are supposed to be undercover, correct?
Yes.
So why are we driving in a limousine then? Where's the mute button on you?
For undercover missions, it will be necessary to keep all personnel and vehicles from being noticed.
Right.
Mitsuru-san, may I say something that I've been meaning to say for a while now?
If she says what I've been thinking.
No.
Understood.
Aiga's poker face is a perfect blank, though I understand what she's getting at. I've actually wanted to say something along those lines to the people around me for a while. Still, it would be galling to hear it from someone else right now.
All I told them was to give us a car with enough space.
Our contact has arrived.
Okay, so they are all thinking the same thing I am. The man approaching us is someone whose cooperation I specifically requested. His name is Detective Kurosawa. Before I can welcome him, Aiga speaks up.
Oh my. This was not our designated meeting area, yet he has discovered us.
I wonder what could have given us away. What do you think, Mitsuru? Again, where's the mute button on you? Excuse me. Yeah, going to a junkyard in a limo is gonna catch some attention, right?
You want to know how I did it?
Lately, it feels that whenever Aigus wants to voice her opinion to me, she intentionally puts on the robot act. They mentioned this at the lab, that if Aigus still speaks in that stiff, formal manner, either she's getting too human and is developing habits, or she's doing it on purpose. Yeah, I can kind of tell. I think it's the horns that are giving it away. Like, I'm trying to figure out a good way to explain it, but, like, Persona 3 has a lot of trumpet in its songs. Persona 4, I don't know. Like, it feels like there's a different vibe to each song, but Persona 5 is just like I don't know, without like understanding like what genre it is. I think I've heard it described as like liquid funk. P5 has the violins. Yeah. Very, very disco, but like I think like a liquid funk may be it. P4 has guitars and drums. I think the piano is also very, very important in a lot of, not a lot of it, but like some of it. Like definitely the OP for P4 and the original P4 anime opening. Honestly.
We appreciate your cooperation, Detective Kurosawa.
Long time no see, miss. And Aigus, was it?
Indeed. It has been a while.
Detective Kurosawa was an officer at a police box near the school we attended 3 years ago. He was shunned for cooperating with us and got busted back down to officer, but now that the shadow operatives are officially recognized, he's in their good graces again. A man who can be trusted beyond the confines of his station to solve a case, even going so far as to bend the rules. He's a rare breed. Detective Kurosawa's expression has softened while he makes small talk with Aigus, which makes me realize that this may be the first time he's seen Aigus in her combat form.
I shouldn't make you stand while we talk. Please, get in.
Ah, sorry. I haven't seen you in a while, so I had a lot to say.
One of my OCs, Alice Paris, shares Mitsuru's voice. P4AU to be specific. Wait, why P4AU? Does she talk differently there? He must understand that we are trying to go incognito. Though it's kind of him not to point out that our vehicle and attire are completely unsuited to that goal as he enters the limousine. He sits and does not even wait until the doors close before getting to the point.
I found out quite a bit regarding the case you had me look into. First, I reviewed the report on the incidents from last year. One of the suspects mentioned the word persona.
P4A and AU because of Terra Platt. I kind of prefer her voice. Ah, okay.
So what went on here last year?
I didn't even realize they switched VAs.
It's probably related, but I wasn't done there. Parts of this guy's testimony were, if you can take what's in the record at face value, it seems persona users can enter TVs within the Inaba region.
Enter TVs? What does that mean?
Well, I guess there used to be this movie back in the 90s. I've forgotten the name of it, but yeah. Long story short, it was like a husband and wife got caught in a lot of different television shows. One was like a cartoon. I think one of them was a boxing fight against Satan. And, there was like one that was a parody of Wayne's World. That was strange. Right. No, No, I'm thinking like she only did P4AU, not, anyway.
Just what it sounds like. You physically stick your body in
The way
screen and
you
go
said it
inside.
made it sound like she only did it for P4AU and not any of the other Persona 3 games or Persona 4 Arena.
He claimed there was another world in the TV, and dropping people inside it was the method behind last year's murders.
This all sounds rather absurd. I'm surprised it was included in the police report.
I got in touch with the detective in charge at the time and said the same thing.
Yeah, how did it end up in the report?
Apparently the report was filed by a young partner of his at the time. He'd entertained the wildest testimonies like this one.
Adachi?
He sounds like quite the oddball.
If this was what really went on, the police would have had no chance cracking it. But that Detective Dojima is one shrewd guy. Even with all the supernatural hocus-pocus surrounding the case, he caught the culprit.
I had asked him to collect information about the serial murders that occurred in Inaba last year. The shadow operatives aren't public knowledge, so I thought the local police would be more willing to speak with him, but the results surpassed my expectations. Though it is slightly frustrating to already run up against something I'm powerless to achieve myself.
That's all I have for you right now. I should be going. I doubt either of us has time to reminisce over the old days. It's funny though. I thought the fighting was over, but you guys surprise me every time I see you.
Thank you very much, Officer Kurosawa. Why don't we at least see you off?
Oh, that's all right. I've got my own car. I doubt my department would appreciate your tastes.
I don't know what to say, man.
If I ever showed up for work in something like this, I'd be the talk of the force until the day I retired.
Detective Kurosawa jokes with us before exiting the limousine, waving casually back at us. Like, I have to imagine for a small town like Inaba, the roads are not built for a limousine, you know? I had nothing to say to that as I watched him leave, rotating his shoulders to work out some kinks. I guess, though, felt the need to comment.
Mitsuru-san, this could be bad. Our sense of social aptitude is in question.
I can't deny that.
What should we do now?
Yes.
Oh, you were here the whole time, were you? Absolutely the fuck not.
First, we'll need to test the claim that Persona users can enter TVs.
We are at a junkyard after all, and I can see a number of consumer electronics that have been discarded illegally. Agus looks around and points at a certain pile as she gets out of the car.
There is a discarded TV over there. If the environment does not matter, we can use it to test the phenomenon.
That limo is gonna hit every car. Oh god, it would be even worse if it was driven by Harley Quinn of all people. Oh god.
Wait, Agus.
Don't worry. I'm just going to touch it.
Agus, do not touch! I am not touching it. That's not what I was worried about. Agus isn't wearing anything like a disguise, and one U-turn and it's over. Not even a U-turn. Like, it would have to take up the, two lanes just to even make a right turn. And then they find out they took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. We've already attracted enough attention. Even if we leave now without doing anything, our pictures could still end up on the internet. Mitsuru, they already are on the internet. Let them gossip about the strange people in funny clothes. It'll become some urban legend. They're not even that weird looking. I mean, between you and Agus, Akihiko still looks the weirdest. He doesn't wear a shirt. My mind made up, I step outside, wearing my special equipment. Once Iga sees that I followed her, she gives a small nod and stretches her hand out toward the screen.
Amazing!
Her hand? It's inside the TV screen. But the screen itself seems undamaged. I guess hand is swallowed up to her wrist, as if she put it into a bucket of water.
Interesting. It's exactly as the police report said. What's it like inside? Do you feel anything?
It is oddly static within the television screen. Well, that's a given.
Not particularly. No, wait a moment. It's the same as mine.
I'm escaping to the one
Okay,
place that hasn't been corrupted
Hello,
by
Three of Hearts. Thank you
capitalism.
for joining us this evening. Hope you're doing well. Do not mind.
Space.
Do not mind the still image this time. We're trying to figure some stuff out. Loving the new Fizzer pose. Thank you very much. You know what? I'm gonna take a second to double check, see if like anything is working here, because this is getting ridiculous. Like, even the last time this happened, it did not take this long to properly figure out what the problem was, but yeah, I'm still not seeing like any kind of no kind of dilemma. I might end up having to use like something else if it doesn't fix itself, but yeah, not happy with this right now. Okay. Well, back to what we were doing.
It's hard to say definitively since this is my first encounter with it, but I believe this reading is from a personality module.
Does that mean our retrieval target is inside the TV?
Watch. It's probably gonna be something stupid like I need to log out of OBS on Twitch, or I need to like do something on Twitch to make it work proper. I don't know.
Huh. Sounds like fun.
That voice from above. It's the same as mine. Getting ideas for an Igus X Mitsuru Fuda fic. Really? But all I see in the direction from where it came is a man in an outlandish red cape. I hesitate for a moment. Could it be?
Is that Akihiko?
No! It's Bang Shishigami! No, what do you fucking think, Mitsuru? The man leaps from the stacked tower of TVs like an acrobat.
You didn't show up at the rendezvous point, so I went looking and found you here. This whole TV thing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, I know, Akihiko. It's only been around since the 1950s. In spite of myself, I bury my face in my palm. Okay, yeah, no, you were right. There are similarities between this duo.
Akihiko, what on earth are you wearing? Just what were you doing overseas?
Didn't I tell you that I was on a training expedition?
Okay, but no shirt?
Don't tell me you came here from the airport like that. Does the concept of keeping a low profile mean nothing to you?
This is a man who talks about nothing but protein, Mitsuru. Come on.
Mitsuru-san, I believe we have lost the right to complain about that.
That's it! Back to Winnipeg! I'm never mentioning the subject of our appearance again.
Anyway, we can go inside from that TV, right? What are we waiting for?
Still the same Akihiko. We don't know the situation inside yet, and we'll need a secure means of getting out.
So what? If we want to get this Labrys back, someone has to go inside, right?
Well,
Our target hijacked a plane to throw her into a TV in this town. If we sit on our hands, it's possible we'll be put in serious danger.
You know, I would ask why exactly it is that nobody noticed somebody just throwing a robot into the TV world, but you know, quite frankly, like the people of Inaba seem blind to the obvious, unless somebody's dying. So Akihiko's right. That's exactly why we've been trying to act as quickly as possible since this case began. Yeah, tell me about it. We've been here how long right now? I'm looking at about, what is it? Hour, 20 minutes, and we haven't gotten into a single fight?
We're different from how we used to be. We made the choice to fight shadows as professionals. That's why I traveled around the world and trained harder than ever. And now that something's actually come up, you're hesitating? We agreed to do this. I'm ready to stake my life on the mission.
Speaking of which, could we have some steak before we go inside? Akihiko never change. Recklessly unafraid to state his honest opinion. Classic Akihiko. He must understand that that is his role. Hey! It's like The Rock says, know your role and shut your mouth. Certainly there are times when I need such opinions. And it's been a while since he went abroad. I think I can understand his current mindset.
All right. Wait right here. I need to go make a phone call first.
Okay, but make it quick.
He doesn't have to tell me twice. I take out my phone and bring up the contact list. A world inside a TV. I don't know what it might be like in there, but I do know someone that could help us. I was originally going to ask for their help after Labrys was secure, but perhaps the time has come. Fuka? Is it now, I've taken all possible precautions. The rest is a test of our resolve. Okay, so we're just getting this cutscene again. That's fine. At least we haven't seen this a million times already.
The other members will wait here in the car.
Yeah. If we all barge in and something happens, we'll be devastated.
Now
So,
that
like,
you mention
did she
it, at
leave
least
to
one
make
of
the
us should be
call
staying behind as
in
well.
order
I
for
am
this
not
to,
staying.
like, does she not have a phone in the limousine? Like, that limousine looks very high-tech, guys, I'm just saying.
Us three will be plenty. We'll end this in a flash. No problem.
The same as always. Although, we have no idea what might be waiting for us on the other side. Don't get careless.
No idea what's going on with the subtitles. I don't know why they're so off.
This situation, it brings back memories.
Seems like everything's off today. The Fujitech, the subtitles. What else could?
Ready.
No, you know what? I'm not gonna tempt fate. Today is not the day to tempt fate. Excuse me.
Why enter the TV?
Well, it kind of
What's
loses
going
all
on?
mystery now that we know why Naoto is here, you know? It's about time we moved on to something. Now for the P1
Where
Grand
am
Prix.
I?
Finally!
Is this inside the TV?
Oh god, what kind of Japanese drama have I gotten myself into this time? I remember being enveloped in a white light, but what came afterwards is unclear. Is this the world inside the TV? Oddly enough, the sight before me seems to be the main gate of a school. The name engraved on the entrance plate is...
Yasagami High School. I do recall that name from our map of Inaba. An existing high school has been completely recreated inside the TV?
Well, I mean, it's been on the news enough when you think about it. It kind of makes sense that, you know, that like an image of the school would be inside of the television set. And like I'm not even talking like a generative AI kind of thing, just like the idea, it's kind of like the idea of like if you leave the TV screen on a particular image for too long, it kind of burns into the screen. That kind of thinking. I then came to a realization. I've encountered something much like this before. It doesn't appear to be much different from reality as far as appearances, but it has that same distinct, sticky atmosphere. Tartarus was sticky? The Labyrinth Tartarus, our battleground 3 years ago. I don't know about a battleground, more like, I mean, like that was more like a tower when you really think about it. It bears a lot of similarity to this place. Really? It's a lot less green than what I've seen.
Wait, where are the others? Akihiko! I guess.
Being separated won't do anything to further our mission. Perhaps I can use my communication power to get in touch with them?
I can't reach them through my persona either. This place is highly unusual.
It's still barely functioning, but the noise here is severe. I'll need to understand this world a little better and find a quiet place to concentrate. As I check my surroundings again for enemies, I hear the sound of footsteps. Yeah, I hear that too. What the fuck? I tense, getting myself ready. But when I turn around, a uniformed girl stops, looking at me in bewilderment.
Huh?
Huh. Why did I think it was going to be Labras? I didn't expect to meet someone else here, let alone a seemingly ordinary schoolgirl. Could her age and outfit belie a connection to the theft of Labras? But once the girl's surprise faded, she still seemed confused by my appearance. It seems that even here in another dimension, people are startled by my attire. At least her reaction allayed to my suspicions. People reveal something of themselves when they're caught off guard. Anyone in the act of committing a crime couldn't fake being perplexed so naturally.
Did I surprise you? I suppose my outfit is somewhat unusual.
Oh,
Why are you here?
well,
A loud cheer suddenly swells, cutting off our conversation. Judging by the sound, I'd guess there's a crowd present here. You guess, I mean... I look around the area in confusion.
What? Where is that coming from?
Students appear one after another, clearly intrigued to see us here. Ah, well, you got yourself a shadow fan club, Mitsuru.
Huh? What's going on?
Before I can react, an image appears on the monitor buried beneath the bizarre decorations.
Hello! Hello! This is General Teddy, your benevolent dictator!
Well, thank God we don't have to see the P1 Grand Prix trailer all over again.
And I, Rosette, am your commentator. It's time for the next round in the P1 Grand Prix.
Hi, Luna.
Are you ready to fight?
P1 Grand Prix. Fight.
You said the magic words. Suddenly, on the one in the ridiculous costumes queue, smoke pours out around us. A spotlight shines from somewhere directly upon me. I instinctively raise my arm to shield my eyes from the harsh light. It feels like I'm being displayed for an audience. Oh, you know, you were already doing that.
And who do we have for Yuki-chan's opponent this time? Ooh, it's a mysterious, beautiful lady. How unexpected!
Teddy, I think your AI is malfunctioning.
Teddy? What's wrong?
Do you know that bear?
Okay, knowing what I know, I wonder if the sight of Mitsuru being here is a surprise to Shadow Labras. Just some food for thought. The monitor showing the costumed General Teddy suddenly fuzzes over with static. No, that's just his regular fur. The static gets worse and worse, until an eerily expressionless bear costume, one that looks as though it forgot how to make facial expressions, appears on screen. Oh god, is this going to be nightmare fuel? The voice is the same as before, but his tone is harsh and mechanical now.
Case 04, unintended intruder. Entering elimination process.
Oh dear.
What is that supposed to mean? Ugh, what's going on?
As soon as the abnormality registers, I feel a bizarre noise, like something scratching against my whole body. Was that some kind of an attack? It didn't seem to have any effect on me, but the girl standing beside me underwent quite a change. Ugh.
You. Who do you think you are, showing up alone like this? It's no use trying to talk your way out of it. There's nothing to discuss. You don't even try to understand anyone anyway. If you want to wall yourself off from everyone, I'll be happy to end your lonely life here.
Really? I didn't even think about it. That's weird. You doing okay? The girl's face distorts with hatred as she spits her words at me. It's a far cry from her earlier demeanor. It's as if she's a completely different person. And that's not all. Understandably, she seemed not to know me before, but now she speaks as if she does. What is this? Could it be the effect of the noise I sensed?
You won't be so smug for long. Come, Konohana Sakuya.
A persona?
The girl spreads the fan in her hand, and with a flash of light, a persona manifests. How careless of me. I should have accounted for this possibility as soon as I saw her here in this world.
We won't be settling this peacefully, I see. In which case...
I ready my evoker and concentrate.
To me, Artemisia.
What? Power rises from within me, and the sensation in my limbs tells me that my persona has emerged. Am I saying it wrong? But my hand holding the evoker is still at my side. My persona. Did it just appear without the use of my evoker to trigger it? Did I summon it only by thinking? Theoretically, one doesn't need an evoker to summon one's persona. I didn't have one the day my persona first manifested, and I've done without one several other times as well. But never before have I summoned it so easily and without any special concentration. It's as if my consciousness is reaching far beyond the boundaries of my body. By way of analogy, it feels like being able to control the wind with my fingertips. You are the wind beneath my wings. Could it be because this world is special? The girl's voice brings me back to the situation at hand. Which reminds me, the girl doesn't seem to use any special implements to summon either. What? The tarot card? You don't consider that special?
Persona user. Fine. I still won't lose.
Sorry, but I won't be defeated either.
I don't know. Mitsuru seems like the kind of person I would think would say either instead of either. I don't know why. Ice versus fire.
Finally.
Oh, and the gate's open.
Fight.
You have time to go.
There we go.
A round of applause for both sides.
What do you mean, both sides? I clearly beat her ass. Once the battle ends, the monitor nearby switches on.
An irregularity has occurred. Multiple intruders detected. Emergency. Intruders are persona users. Due to difficulties in elimination, they will be acknowledged as valid targets.
He obviously refers to myself and the... This is so weird. It's like... We've seen this game before so many times. It feels like... It feels like we're playing like a completely different game all of a sudden. Like... It's kind of like Act 1 Monica versus Act 2 Monica. Does he mean that he's going to adjust his tactics for dealing with us, due to how much of a threat we are? The way he said that seems like a bad omen.
Valid targets.
I understand that we're considered to be intruders, but what did he mean by that? It seems we're part of the tournament now, but what was the enemy's original plan? The monitor's screen fuzzes again. Once more, it shows the costumed person as he originally appeared.
Geez, you need to let me know if you want to get in on the fun. But this is a unique situation, and you're one hot mama, so I'll make an exception. Just keep putting on a good show in your next bout, too.
Who are you? Why don't you take off that strange costume and show your face?
I was born this way!
Hey now, I don't think a lady walking around in a cat suit like yours can talk to me about my bear suit.
Meow!
Enough with the questions. Move on.
Piss, even. Again? Yet another person hung up on my outfit? It's unlike me to let the enemy's words get under my skin. The monitor switches off with those cheeky words.
Is that costume thing the one who stole Labrys? If so, then what's the purpose of this bizarre tournament?
Also, something just occurred to me. Naoto was, like, almost nowhere in Mitsuru's story. Like, even with the brief abridged version of the hijacking, like, no mention of her. Just weird.
Fine. I'll get a read on your location.
I quickly link my communicator and persona. Some personas are more suited to operational support than direct combat. In my case, though, that power is secondary. We normally have a persona user who specializes in that role, but with some specialized equipment, I can get by. I focus my consciousness and send it drifting throughout the surrounding area. The enemy must think he's keeping an eye on us, but he'll learn soon enough that he's not the only one with a bird's eye view of the situation. Before the layout of this place becomes clear, an unexpected change occurs around me. Oh, this again. The moment I use my power, noise runs through the students that have been spectating. In an instant, they turn into something like silhouettes that barely have human shapes. It seems their true colors have been exposed. Are they not human?
What? Were they shadows? If they were, I don't sense any hostility from them. Were they just set dressing that thing in the costume prepared?
The cheering crowd would lead one to believe that there was a large number of people inside the TV, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Which leaves it a mystery. It may be best to consider it a blessing.
In any case, it appears that apart from this girl here, none of those students were real.
The girl who had collapsed on the floor is coming around. I release my persona and rush over to help her up. I wasn't fighting to my fullest, so she shouldn't be suffering from any real wounds. There are many mysteries surrounding this girl. She seems to be more than just an associate of the one in the bear costume. The moment the girl sees me, she jumps back like a startled animal. Her speech is flustered, her face a bright, blushing red. There are tears in her eyes.
How come you knew about that?
About what?
That was private. I never even told anyone at the inn about that. I can't believe someone I've never even met before knew.
The girl covers her reddened face in shame. I try and think back to what I said to her. Did I point out anything that would cause such a reaction? One detail jumps out at me. When the girl's manner of speech shifted before our battle, it wasn't just her personality that abruptly changed. Though we had just met, she talked as if she knew more than she should about my past.
That reminds me. That noise I sensed earlier is gone.
Yet the girl before me now no longer bears any of the senseless animosity from before.
It seems to have been some kind of interference from the enemy. Come to think of it, that bear was egging us on. The interference must have been to ensure two total strangers would fight.
You know, maybe it's just me, but it's finally, thanks for the lurk 3, it's like dawning on me just like how different the character designs are from 3 versus 4. Just looking at these two in particular.
General Teddy, was it? He looked comical enough, but he certainly put an elaborate scheme in motion.
No! How could Teddy...
She seems to have finally calmed down, and continues muttering with a perplexed expression.
You know the one in costume, I take it?
Oh, I know him very well. He's usually not like this at all.
I take the girl's hand and again help her to her
I'm
feet.
Mitsuru Kirijo. I've come here in search of a unique object. Why don't we start over? If you don't mind, I'd like to hear a little about yourself.
Yes. Oh, my name's Yukiko Amagi. I'm sorry for losing my composure just now.
So, Amagi, why did you come to this world?
Where to start? So many strange things happened over the last year.
Are we gonna get the abridged version? At first glance, she looks like an ordinary student. So why is she here inside the TV? Amagi briefly summarized her recent past to me in an even tone of voice. According to her, this world was prominent in a serial murder case last year. She and her friends awakened to their personas while investigating the case and eventually solved it. This world is formed by people's thoughts, and at the case's conclusion, it returned to its original state. None of this contradicts what I learned from Detective Kurosawa.
A realm inside a TV, formed by people's thoughts. It sounds absurd, but that would explain the incongruity I sensed when I used my persona.
We thought the case had been solved, but lately there's been another strange program on the air. My friends and I couldn't ignore that, so we came back here.
Your friends? Are there others here besides yourself?
Yes, I was with 3 other people, but we got separated when we entered. The one in costume and the girl who called herself Rosette are friends of ours too. But they're acting so strangely.
So this is not the way they generally behave then?
I can tell from Amagi's reactions that normally she trusts those who too implicitly. Considering what the enemy did to her earlier, could they be under its control as well? Either way, it sheds no light on the theft of Labris. How are they related? Or is this incident only a coincidence?
There's one more thing I'm curious about. Have you ever heard the name Labris?
Labris? No, I don't think I've ever heard of that before. What is it?
Some kind of delicious food that maybe Chie would be interested in?
It's the thing I'm searching for. What makes it problematic is that I know nothing of its appearance. Honestly, I'm not sure it has anything to do with this disturbance, though I can't write it off completely as irrelevant.
Though it appears that there is no connection, whoever went so far as to hijack a plane to steal Labris brought her all the way here. No matter how I look at it, that means something.
Anyway, thank you for your cooperation. I understand the situation better now. We should stay together going forward.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Whoa, think again, ladies!
General Teddy suddenly appears on the screen to interrupt our conversation.
Only the winner of each bout can go on. That's rule number 1 in the Grand Prix.
How exactly can that rule be enforced? As if to answer my unspoken question, Amagi makes an odd gesture.
There's nothing here, but I can feel something. A wall, maybe? Wait, but Mitsuru-san could...
Amagi looks at me expectantly. I take a tentative step and walk through the place where she claims there is a wall.
Like I said, you're stuck there until the tournament's over. Only winners get to go. Come on, miss. You won. So it's time to barrel forward to the next stage.
Oh, that one hurt. I must leave the girl alone in this strange world, then. Though I'm uneasy about doing so. Oh, trust me, she can handle herself. Amagi seems to read my thoughts and smiles.
Thank you, but I'll be all right. I fought shadows for an entire year, too. I can protect myself.
I see. In that case, I'll press on and do my best to rescue your friends.
If you see them, please tell them I'm all right and they shouldn't worry about me. You be careful too, Mitsuru-san.
Amagi smiles resolutely. She's a very strong girl.
All right, I'll pass that along.
I nod, acknowledging her wishes, and turn my back to walk away.
Not only do they tamper with our minds, they prevent us from leaving until the tournament is settled. It may not necessarily ruin friendships, but there's no way forward than to fight one another. What a loathsome trick. It seems the mastermind is intent on us fighting each other.
No shit! I grit my teeth in anger. Amagi's clear eyes remain in my heart. This operation, it's no longer just to retrieve Labris. I make a silent vow as I go. Everyone who has been dragged into this must be rescued. So, like, is she gonna end up fighting Akihiko and Aigis along the way? Because, like, I feel like that's...
Another dead end.
That's a must at this point. As I step into the school, I realize that these invisible walls are everywhere, blocking off routes that seem open to the naked eye. Why is the thief who stole Labris gathering Persona users in this world? Not having a clear idea of their motivations is compounding my anxiety. Aigis and Akihiko may have been dragged into this Grand Prix as well. If so, we need to compare notes. If all goes well, we may figure out the location of the mastermind behind this that I failed to grasp earlier. After quickly confirming that there are no shadows nearby, I link my communicator with my persona. I focus my consciousness and send it drifting throughout the surrounding area.
Hurts. So lonely.
Why do I hear a Brooklyn accent?
What was that?
The presence is faint, and I can't tell where it is. Yet I can definitely hear a voice. Yeah, I mean, we know who that is, obviously. It seems like it's sensitive because of my secondary support capabilities, but when I focus harder, it doesn't seem that they're trying to communicate with me. It's more like the words and the intense emotions behind them are seeping out of the room itself, perhaps even from all around me. Eventually, the voice becomes clearer, and also more Brooklyn.
I'm scared. I'm alone. It hurts. Why? Why won't anyone listen?
I don't recognize the voice. Perhaps one of Amagi's friends.
I didn't ask to be born a machine. How come no one understands?
Yep, that definitely sounds like a human friend of Amagi's, alright.
What's the difference between normal people's hearts and mine?
A machine? Is that Labrys?
I stand up and try calling to her.
Labrys! Are you nearby? Answer me!
But there is no answer. It seems that it's not because the voice's owner is nearby that I can hear her. It is subtly different from hearing voices with one's own ears, it's true. I focus my senses once again, but I still can't tell exactly where it's coming from. Not yet having a thorough command of the layout here makes it harder to pinpoint. Eventually, the voice fades. Only silence remains.
Going by what she said, that had to have been Labrys. Sounds as if her heart has developed further than we thought.
I mean, how much further can it get? Even Aegis, the latest model, required a lot of time and experience to develop the heart she has. So then why does Labrys, who's been sealed from her development up to now, have such an advanced heart?
I didn't ask to be born a machine. It pains me to hear that.
The anti-shadow suppression weapons. Both Aegis and Labrys were created as insurance for dangerous shadow experimentations in case the subjects should go berserk. The only thing that can stand up against a shadow is a persona, and being able to control one is an absolute necessity when dealing with shadows. Thus, they were given hearts in order to induce their ability to use personas. But a weapon that has a heart contradicts itself. Wow. It was natural for Aegis to face that contradiction, and it caused her serious anguish in the past.
We can't allow victims like her to be tormented by sins of the past, whether they're human or not.
Newly resolved, I press on. I continue through the school, still unable to contact Aegis or Akihiko. The invisible walls seem to be leading me towards the gym. Compared to the one back at Gekkokan High, this one is rather modest, but the chairs stacked to unusual heights and the monitors everywhere give it an eerie air. Ah, the monitor is switching on again. But this time, it's not showing General Teddy. How strange. This appears to be a commercial for... Oh.
What in the...
A succession of young men and women are introduced... Okay, thank God. One of them I recognize as Amagi.
They're wearing the same uniforms as Amagi. I assume these are the friends she spoke of.
Well, except for Naoto. Don't know what she's wearing. Also, how do you not recognize Naoto in that commercial? All of them are introduced with horrible epithets, but the Amagi I met in person was a completely different, sophisticated girl. I suppose the enemy made up all the taglines. Just as Amagi's introduction ends, the video suddenly turns off and General Teddy's face appears on screen. I'm so glad they realized how repetitive that was getting.
The bracket to accommodate 3 new contestants.
3 new contestants. Myself, Akihiko, and Aegis?
On the other paw, a tournament's more exciting with more people in it. But getting back on track, allow me to introduce your next opponent.
When I enter, someone who had already been there turns around. His face. It was on the video a moment ago.
Huh? There's people besides us here?
How did I know it was gonna be you?
You're...
Holy crap, she's smoking hot. The thing she's wearing doesn't hurt either.
Jeez. Okay, Yosuke, I know you're kind of going through your puberty, man, but chill.
You were in that video just now. What was it they called you? Captain Ressentiment?
How come you remember that stupid title and not my real name? Figures I need a knockout like this, and she already knows about that. God, I wish I was dead.
This is funny because Yuri and Taro are married. I thought he was married to somebody. I couldn't remember who. Apparently, the epithets from the video hit a sore point with the people featured. The nickname left more of an impression than his real name, so it just slipped out. At that moment, General Teddy appears again on one of the larger monitors inside the gym.
How do you like your opponent?
If I recall, Yuri and Tara were in NCIS. Huh. Honestly, don't try to explain the episode to me. I can't even remember if I've seen it or not. It has been years since I've watched NCIS, and honestly, like, I would not be surprised if it was something that happened, like, after the fact.
Why are you making us fight? What benefit do you derive from this nonsense?
So many questions. I just want you all to suffer. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that fun?
That's what this is about? No. If Labrys is involved, there's more to it, isn't there?
Careful there, Mitsuru.
Enough jibber-jabber. Hurry and start the fight.
Enough That sounds like such a Homestar line.
Look at your opponent. He's ready, see?
Ugh. God, I partially recognize that noise. I think I've heard it before from Linkara's videos. As the general smirks, a wave of discomfort washes over me. It's the same as that time with Amagi. As I glare at the monitor, thinking that more interference is at work here, I hear unexpectedly bitter words. I'll save your computer box, strong bad!
Yeah, Teddy's right. I mean, you're the one who barged in here. Man, who'd come to such a dangerous place without hesitating? You really are an ice queen. I bet you don't have many friends, huh?
I actually have an OC that I call the Ice Queen. It's happening again. The moment that noise kicks in, not only does my opponent's personality change, they begin speaking of things they shouldn't know about. It's weird because this is also the first time the noise really comes into play, isn't it? It's exactly like what happened with Amagi.
You talk as if you know me.
Stop acting so calm and changing the subject. You seem like you don't know much about this world, so how do you plan to get out? Don't tell me you rushed in here with no escape plan. Oh man, seriously? You're nuts.
Yeah, Mitsuru's really regretting that now.
People like you who obsess over responsibility and put all the burden on yourselves, you annoy the hell out of me.
It doesn't matter how others perceive me.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Isn't that because you don't trust anyone?
We clearly can't have a normal conversation with the enemy's interference. But even knowing that, I catch myself trying to argue the point. The heavy responsibility I suffer is mine alone. If I share it with someone, that means that suffering will also be shared. That is why I try to be self-sufficient. The more I care about someone, the less I'm willing to rely on them. But isn't that no better than not believe? This sentence hurts my brain. Isn't that no better than not? That is like a triple negative right there. God, like, is that no better than, like, they were both in Hawaii 5-0. Alright, that much appreciated, but like, oh my god. Like, there has to be a better way to decipher this sentence. I've been caught in that trap before. Maybe I still haven't truly escaped it. But how could he guess at my private distress, one that I've barely confided to others before?
I was supposedly an unexpected intruder. What's going on?
What are you mumbling about? Well, let me ease your mind. I'll end everything for you. Let's do this, Jiraiya!
I'll send it to you in DMs. Alright.
Go, Yosuke-senpai! Beat up that shady lady! Let the fight begin!
I can see there'll be no talking sense with him like this. There's nothing for it, then. Artemisia!
I don't know why, but like, her persona just looks like a mannequin. I don't know why. Maybe it's the bald head. Anyway. Let me just check something real quick. Alright, no response from Fuji.
Final.
What a one-sided fight! Is it over already?
Oh, there we go.
Turn the table?
Here goes! Oh, crap!
talk?
Has the battle been decided?
I'm good for you! Tenterafu!
The opponent still standing!
Rise up!
Oh, that didn't work.
I'm coming for you!
Are they breathing easy now? Alright, announcement over. Until next time. Aw, you're so useless, Yosuke-senpai. Unfortunately, the party crasher wins.
Whose side are you on, not Rize? The girl on the PA system is rather casual with her insults. Soon after, General Teddy appears on the monitor.
You're so strong, miss.
Right?
I can barely believe how gorgeous and powerful you are.
I mean, those curves, va-va-boom! You make Jessica Rabbit go jelly over all that!
It seems they're not provoking us only to have us fight one another. And their method. Is it more like an illusion they're casting over us, rather than some sort of mind control?
Hey, have your soliloquy elsewhere! We're in the middle of a battle!
Still trying to figure everything out? Switch your brain off and enjoy the Grand Prix already.
Just like every professional wrestling fan does. Well, not really all of them. Stupid smarks.
Sorry, but I'm not some savage who enjoys the suffering of others.
Oh, so you're a smark too, okay.
And don't call me Miss. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo.
Miso Soup Kiribo?
Kirijo?
You've toyed with us, and I don't
Oh,
take
those
that
eyes
lightly.
again.
I'll make you pay for what you've done. You better be prepared for that.
Kirijo.
The moment he hears my voice, the face on the bear costume distorts into a mask of hate.
You're the one who should be prepared. I'll never let you stop me.
The broadcast ends after he flings those words at me.
I mentioned
Thank
my
you.
name on purpose. He reacted as strongly to the name Kirijo as I thought he would.
Who are you talking to? Yosuke's still down and out. I still don't know anything for certain, but I'm increasingly sure that General Teddy is related to the circumstances surrounding Labris.
At first, I thought I'd stumbled into an irrelevant side incident, but evidently not. We were meant to come here.
Just then, the young man behind me slowly gets to his feet.
Ah, you're awake.
It seems now that the battle is settled, the interference causing us both to seem odd vanished. Hanamura cringes away, frightened. I can't help but shrug.
My. Amagi reacted the same way. Were the things that the illusory me said that harsh?
Oh, you bet. Wait, what? Illusory? And did you just say Amagi? You meant Yukiko?
Yes, before I came here. I was forced to fight her, quite against my will.
I explained the situation to him. I also add that she shared information with me on last year's case. That should help prove that I did encounter Amagi. Just on the off chance, I asked Hanamura about Labris, but he seems not to even know the name. Once we finish speaking, he stands up and places his hand in the air as if touching something. Like what?
Only the winner can move on, huh? I'm the only one who can feel this invisible wall thing, so I guess it's true.
What, is there an invisible ceiling over you, Yosuke? What the hell?
I'm glad you understand. I was worried you'd doubt me since I'm a complete stranger.
I've dealt with weirder.
Well, you didn't seem like someone who'd try and trick me. I mean, what's the point? I've lost now, so I can't go anywhere.
Indeed. You're very pragmatic.
The young man waves away my compliment.
Nah, after what I went through last year, I just got used to coming smack up against insane stuff in this world.
Except for, whatever the hell you did at the school event thing. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm just kids, you two.
And Yukiko, my friend you met, she believed in you. So I don't mind trusting you too.
I see.
I can't help myself from smiling. Their bond seems to be real. I do somewhat envy the way they trust each other without a doubt. That could never have happened unless they had overcome the same trials together.
I'd like your opinion on something. What do you think is the objective of this tournament? That General Teddy said it was all in fun, but I doubt it's anything so simple.
I've been wondering the same thing, but I don't know. But it might not just be Teddy behind it. I met this weird girl earlier.
A weird girl?
She was about my age, and she said she was the student council president.
She also had a weird Brooklyn accent. That ring any bells to you?
It was like she had no idea that she...
No, I doubt one could be unaware of
Oops.
such things. It's possible that she didn't come here of her own will.
This may be a school now, but it doesn't always look like this. When normal people who don't have personas come in here, the world changes to reflect what they're thinking of.
So what would Labrys be doing thinking about a school? God damn it. The light was on. Like, how is it? How?
It happened every time a victim was dumped into a TV last year. Maybe this time she's the victim. Even if she means well, she still could have a lot to do with the tournament.
Girl.
Judging from the state of affairs, I'm beginning to think that the girl in question is Labrys. Since Hanamura doesn't know the details of my mission, it wouldn't occur to him that what I'm searching for is a humanoid weapon with a heart.
What did this girl look like? Did anything about her stand out?
Huh? No, not really. She wore the same uniform as the rest of us.
I kind of wonder, is like the whole function of Aigis and Labrys to be like the Tin Man essentially?
A uniform?
Considering how Aigis looks, it's possible that Labrys' appearance is quite close to human. But what does it mean that she's completely able to pass as a human? Even Aigis has to wear clothes that cover her entire body in order for her to walk around town. So what about the shoes? Yet Labrys even wears the same uniform as them? Chalk it up to another unsolved mystery, I suppose. But after talking with Hanamura, it does feel like I'm starting to understand the bigger picture here.
I see. Thank you. I'm getting a clearer picture of what's going on.
Yeah, just say what you just thought in your head.
I'm sorry, but I can't stay and chat. I should be leaving now.
Oh, wait a sec. Can I ask you a favor?
No, I'm not getting out of my knees and doing that for you. Oh, geez, you're a little presumptuous, aren't you?
Can you look after my other friends too? It sucks, but I can't get to them from here. That Teddy's really not a bad guy either. Sure, he eats my ice cream without asking and stuff, but he's not the type of guy who'd get off on watching people hurt each other. There's gotta be some other explanation.
Don't worry. I was already thinking along similar lines.
Oh, really? Were you?
What we saw was an illusion. It may be that they're faced with the same situation. I'll save everyone who's been dragged into this, including your friends, and this student council president.
Well, Yosuke, tell him that ice cream has glass.
Thanks.
Oh, God.
Just hurry before someone else dies in here.
Hanamura's expression, which had previously been bright, albeit desperate, darkens noticeably. From all I've heard, last year's Shadow incident revolved around serial murders. It may be that he lost someone as well. To fight so desperately but lack the power to make a difference, being forcibly parted from loved ones. I understand that pain all too well.
I must sound pretty lame losing the fight and then making a lot of demands.
Not so. Your concern for your friends in a situation like this. C'est magnifique.
What?
Well, I guess Yosuke doesn't really take French classes now, does he?
I sensed it when speaking to Amagi too, but you all seem to have very strong wills.
Or I guess in this case, English.
I promise to do what I can to help.
The emotions he seems to view as a weakness are actually a strength. I'm sure that with a little more experience, he'll come to realize that too. He'll see how difficult it is to hold on to that will, and how valuable it is to have friends he can share it with. Since I am the one who'll be moving on, I'm responsible for the duties he entrusted to me. As if sensing my determination, Hanamura's expression turns serious, and he nods. Okay. I'm gonna just take a minute to just double check some stuff, because, like, whoops, what did I hit? I'm still gonna take a second, because, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what could possibly be the issue here with... Oh, this is gonna eat at me. Because, like, what else could be the problem here? Okay. Still nothing there. I don't know. I'm gonna see if like logging in and out of Discord will do anything for this. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Authenticate with passkey. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry to keep dealing with this stuff, guys. I'm just very oh god. Okay. Crap, I need to turn that off. Yeah, definitely need to turn that off. Oh boy. Okay. That was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. Okay, yep. Where is it? Where's the sound? Where's the sound? Where are the sound options on this? I really need to get rid of that. Let's see. No, I decided to take a minute to try to figure out, like, see if anything, like logging in and out and stuff would, solve any of the issues that I'm having. But now, I logged in and out of, Discord. And now I'm trying to figure out how do I turn the sound off on Discord, because, oh boy, that is going to be very distracting. Okay, I don't think it's user settings I'm looking for here. Oh wait, maybe? Okay. Notification. Ah, here we go. Wait, no, wait, notifications. New message in channel current incoming ring. I think no, I think that should do it. Okay. Okay, if we start hearing that more, okay, and it doesn't look like that fixed any of the issues, so that's great. What is the problem? Oh, you didn't hear any of the Discord noises? Because that was what was coming through. Nope. Okay. Well, on we go, I guess. Yeah, it shouldn't be persisting anymore. It should be off. Just, it took me a bit to, okay. I'm still, this is driving me nuts, man. After parting with Hanamura, I once again proceed through the school. The invisible walls continue to bar my path. Undoubtedly, the enemy is leading me exactly where he wants me.
Is there no end to this?
The rules of the P1 Grand Prix are powerfully enforced. I tried to see if I could destroy one of these walls, but it doesn't seem as though I can. Maybe if I use all my strength, but even if I do, I'll be locked into a fight if I happen to run into anyone. Either way, it didn't seem worth the trouble. I stray from the suggested route on purpose and open one of the classroom doors. Why do they do this again? Like, do they think it's a shortcut? I sense no enemies, and it doesn't look likely that I'll run into my next opponent here either. You say that. It should be safe. Once again, I link my communicator with my persona. This time, unlike before, my senses cleanly and smoothly spread outward. I sense two familiar signals.
Akihiko and Aigis. They both seem to be okay.
First, I focus my senses to contact Aigis, who's closer by.
Can you hear me, Aigis?
Mitsuru-san, I am relieved to finally hear from you. Is Akihiko-san with you?
No, we were separated, but I've confirmed his safety. I'm sure he won't be defeated that easily.
Aigis laughs upon hearing my words.
Let's exchange information while we can.
Also, does she have laser cannons on her headband? I give her a simple outline of the current situation. I mention the students that were drawn here. My suspicions that this Grand Prix mastermind is almost certainly related to Labrys. And what I've heard of a girl whom I'm assuming to be Labrys.
I saw that girl a moment ago, though I lost sight of her when the invisible walls blocked my path.
I've been told she looks more human than you. Is that possible?
Not only that, she was almost indistinguishable from a normal person. I couldn't believe it either, yet I definitely sensed a personality module. I don't believe there's any mistake that she is Labrys.
I see.
There's no doubt that General Teddy has strong ties to Labrys and the Kirijo group. But this girl whom we believe to be Labrys is apparently walking around unconstrained. If he can set up this many walls, it should be easy for him to capture her too.
Don't worry about meeting up for now. Under the present conditions, we'd only end up fighting amongst ourselves.
Understood.
I don't know how Labrys ties into this situation yet, but be careful. Hello? I lost her.
What? She's right there! Oh, now she's not. Aigis' voice trails off as my connection to her dies out again. I wonder if the enemy noticed our conversation and took preventative measures. Though the voice I'm hearing now definitely isn't General Teddy's.
Some other way! If there was, then...
Oh god, she's more Brooklyn than ever!
That's the same voice from before. Labrys, is that you?
It's happening again. The voice reaches me through my persona ability, but I have the strangest sensation about it. I get the impression that the voice is seeping out of this place itself.
Why are you laughing? What about this is funny?
Well, your accent for starters.
Who is she addressing?
I don't want to fight him anymore!
That reminds me. Hanamura said that the environments here are formed by the thoughts of those who enter this world. Could these be Labrys' innermost thoughts? Is that why everything about this place radiates her feelings?
So, is that what Shadow Labrys is all about? Like, the fact that Labrys does not want to fight? Like, she represents the urge inside her to actually be a fighting robot, a super fighting robot at that? Is that what's going on with her?
What do you think we are?
Ugh. For a moment, I experienced not just the voice, but a powerful wave of emotions. They bombard me through my persona's senses. A strong sadness, confusion, despair. I can't help but fall to my knees, though nothing is assaulting me directly. How can I describe this weight? One possible explanation crosses my mind.
She's not addressing anyone. These are her memories. I see. So that's what's going on.
I think back to what General Teddy said. That making people suffer is fun. I dismissed it as barbaric desire not worth thinking about too deeply. But in truth, what kind of horrors would someone have to go through to emerge with such a stunted perspective?
I'm finally beginning to see the relationship between this tournament and Labrys.
In any case, I must proceed on to learn anything. I redouble my resolve and begin walking again. Well, that was worth a break. There we go. Never mind. The monitor suddenly turns on, showing a smirking General Teddy.
What are you getting so sentimental for? The Grand Prix not over yet!
Then you intend to continue this meaningless farce.
I'll decide what's meaningless or not! Bring out the next challenger!
Make up your mind, is it spotlight or smoke? As soon as the general shouts, smoke gushes out, obstructing my view. It seems he isn't willing to listen to reason at all. Not that I expected otherwise. Ah, God, it's too bright on this screen.
You?
I remember that face. Naoto Shirogane. He was present as a police observer when Labrys was being transported to Yakushima. It was thanks to his quick thinking that we discovered Labrys had been taken to Inaba. If our trip hadn't been disrupted by the hijacking, he probably would have been with us in Yakushima. But why is he here?
This is a problem. I didn't think we'd run into each other so soon. Is this another illusion? No. I can see that it isn't. Why are you here? I'll answer that question later. It would be best to say as little as possible for now.
With that, the young man lifts a finger to his lips in a gesture to remain silent. Directly afterwards, that staticky sensation runs through my body. It's then that I understand what he meant. Once again, this noise will prevent us from understanding each other properly. Again, how did you not notice Naoto in that trailer? And, like, I'm sorry, like, knowing that Naoto is a woman is, like, it is just throwing me off how much of this is just, like, referring to her with the wrong I feel so terrible for doing it, but it's like, the game kind of does it. He's probably also noticed the effect at work. Nothing we say right now could be called conversing. If we both understand that, neither of us need take what the other says personally. That's why he called for temporary silence. It's an amazing assessment, given the brief time in which he had to make it. Before long, as expected, the young man before me undergoes a complete attitude reversal.
Seriously, such impatience handling the grunt work yourself like this. Isn't micromanaging like this the style of an incompetent leader? One who can't see the bigger picture?
This isn't how he truly feels. I say
the silent
nothing.
Treatment, huh? That's fine. I understand perfectly.
Anything can be used against you, Mitsuru. Have you not figured that out by now?
You don't believe in people. Not a single one. You have friends and allies, but believing in them is a different thing. I suspect you'll never break down that wall. Shall I say it for you? You're actually scared to. The notion of growing attached to something and losing it scares you so much that you'll share nothing truly important to you. Even if you want to believe in your friends, you can't. That's not true.
After the words slipped from my mouth, I realized that the argument is futile.
Of course it is. Why not simply admit it? In truth, you have your hands full just expiating your family's sins. You don't need the added burden of others placing their lives in your hands. Isn't that how you really feel? No.
The young man smirks, as if ridiculing my inability to stop myself from responding to his allegations, despite knowing the futility of doing so. But the smirk only helps me to regain my composure. The real Shirogane would never make that face. This is only an illusion.
There's no use continuing this. Not until I eliminate this irritating mirage.
We're fighting? Okay.
Finally! Fight!
Shit. Wait, why couldn't it go to a second level that time? There we go.
In the end, the victor was no surprise.
Alright, I know we still have a bit to go, but I'm gonna try to finish this up, dang it. I turn towards the monitor on the assumption that General Teddy will appear to mock us. But for some reason, this time he doesn't. I'm not sure why, but it at least allows us time to calmly talk things over. I look towards the young man once again.
Am I getting through to you now?
Yes. The same goes for me, I presume. It seems we were spellbound until the fight began, as we both suspected. They disrupted our communications to drive a wedge between us and make us fight. Though it's a mystery to me as to where it draws such personal slights for the illusions before us.
That ain't a dude. I know, that's what I was saying before. I'm so used to calling her, you know, by the proper pronouns. Hearing them, it just sounds wrong for some reason. I mean, I'm sure it's, you know, it would be different if, like, you know, I actually didn't know about this beforehand, but still.
I agree.
He seems to bear no animosity and is willing to discuss things, but to be honest, I'm not sure where we stand. Why is he here? I can think of several possible explanations, but if he secretly followed us in, his canniness may prove dangerous. He gives a sudden wry smile, as if sensing my reluctance and trying to assuage it.
There's no need to be cagey. I don't intend to dodge whatever questions you have.
Okay, well, I have a question she should be asking. What are your pronouns?
You were probably wondering 3 things when you saw me here. First, how did I enter this world? Second, what am I doing in Inaba? And third, if I came here looking for you, what are my true intentions?
No wonder you've made a name for yourself as a detective. You're correct on all counts.
The first answer is easy. You know now that I can use a persona, allowing me access to the TV world. As for the second, there's no great mystery why I would come to Inaba. I live here.
That is probably the most shocking thing to Mitsuru, surprisingly.
You wouldn't happen to be acquainted with Amagi and Hanamura.
You've met my senpai?
Your friends. I gather that you're comrades who fought alongside each other during the serial murder case last year. I assume you entered the TV together for the same reason they did, and found yourself dragged into this mess as well.
Sounds about right. Whatever doubts I may have about them, it seems they're here because we dragged them into this. I'm not very comfortable with that.
If so, I must apologize to you. No doubt you already know, but the object we seek has been brought to this world. It's most likely the cause of this disturbance. Whoever learned of this world's existence must have thought it would be useful in whatever they're scheming.
You apologizing to me?
Shirogane shrugs with a wry smile.
I'm so sure you can trust me. You have no guarantee that I'm telling the truth. And there's still the answer to your third question to consider. I haven't yet told you my true motives.
I don't know, I think she's heard enough.
Fair enough. But if you're friends with Amagi and Hanamura, I feel I can trust you. Their bonds with their friends are real.
I need to write that now to story for Huki Luna. Oh, right.
Perhaps I lied about that too.
But then why would you bring it up? No, you're no villain. That's what my intuition tells me.
You aren't at all the person I thought you'd be.
What kind of, oh, Moonlita, okay. What kind of person did you think she was gonna be?
I'll take that as a compliment.
His smile suggests that it was meant as one. It makes him look his age, or even younger. Right, okay, now I remember. Yeah. I knew you had to do it for somebody, I just couldn't remember who.
The Teddy who appeared on that monitor is not our friend. He's an imposter.
You have proof of this?
I found the real Teddy.
Not gonna lie, Mitsuru kind of looks like a villain. She really does. Like, the fur coat, the cat suit, not helping with any of that, if I'm gonna be frank. Like, I think the first time I saw Mitsuru, like, at least in Persona 4 Arena, at least, like, watching the videos for the, like, the opening animations, like, yeah, and the hair, yeah. Like, one eye covered up by the hair, yeah, that does feel like a very villainous thing to happen. Like, it definitely does not, like, I thought, like, at first, like, she might have been the villain of Persona 4 Arena, but, like, no, that's clearly not the case.
Our enemy can fog both our eyes and ears. It's possible they can make themselves look like someone else.
I see.
But I still don't know why they chose to take on Teddy's appearance.
Upon hearing this, I sigh and close my eyes.
It might be to make you all suffer. If they led you to believe your friend betrayed you, it would make this all the more painful.
There's some truth to that, but it seems too simple a motive to warrant this elaborate of a disturbance.
He's wrong. If the motive is somehow connected to Labrys's memories, what had been incomprehensible becomes completely understandable. My conclusion must have shown through on my face, since Shirogane trails off in understanding. At that moment came something like a touch. She really didn't ask for the stories to be written, but she does like my posts, so I don't know. I just like writing for artists and other writers. I mean, hey, if they show appreciation for it, why not show appreciation back? It's a sensation I hadn't felt since entering this world, but I know this feeling. It's the effect of being brushed by a persona's informational support powers.
This feeling. Rise-san. Rise-san, can you hear me?
There it is.
So you ended up here too!
The voice that echoes is much like the voice I heard over the PA system, but it seems quite different. The announcements must have been part of the culprit's tricks. This Rise's voice immediately turns quavery.
I'm so glad. Ever since this weird fake Teddy kidnapped me, I've been all alone. The others are fighting each other too.
It's all right. Just calm down and tell me where you are.
I think it's the announcement room. It's kind of off, though. There are these invisible walls around and I can't get out. The fake Teddy was watching me until a moment ago, so I couldn't use my persona.
She seems to have been under the General's close watch, limiting her chances to use her persona until now. Like, in the time that Rise is able to speak to people, what is Shadow Labrys doing? As soon as the General stepped out for a moment, she seized the opportunity to contact Shirogane.
You're in the announcement room now, yes? I'm headed straight there, so stay put.
I prefer Naruto over Mitsuru's story. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like, Mitsuru was so dry.
Huh? Who's that?
Like, not...
I can hear your voice, but not sense
like,
you.
in personality, at least. And, like, that really does affect, like, the kind of humor it can bring to this. Shadow Labrys probably has the axe to Rise's neck. At some point, I'm surprised that it hasn't happened. I had temporarily forgotten that my equipment prevents me from being detected by persona abilities to an extent. I prepared it after facing an enemy with similar powers once before. It works by making my presence difficult to detect unless they know me well and recognize my signature. Shirogane senses her confusion as well and introduces me to her. His introduction is accurate yet concise. I can see he's a first-rate detective.
Mitsuru Kirijo. Wait, Kirijo? Are you that Kirijo?
Well, given she has a couple of siblings, like, how many others could there be? I kind of like the dry sense of humor. Like, it doesn't even feel like, not even humor. It's just, like, she just seems so dry personality-wise. Like, way too serious.
Yes, that's correct.
The seat?
Not quite. I am the founding family.
You hired me for a commercial before. Oh, good. Thank you very much for your patronage.
I hate to ask how that gig went, Rise. She has seen some shit. This is also true.
A commercial?
Oh, yes! I'm Rise Kuchikawa. I'm a classmate of the others you met, but I'm also kind of a starlet, and, it's hard to explain.
Kind of? You're an idol, girl.
Rise-san, that can wait. There's no knowing when our adversary will return.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. The fuck do you, like, what does the Kirijo group do for advertising? Like, how do you advertise your group exactly?
Oh, all right.
Kujikawa said that she was captured, but why would they treat her differently?
I suspect it was to block communication. If we could speak freely as we just did, their whole scheme would collapse.
Yep.
Ah, so that's why Teddy and Rise-san were the hosts.
What do you mean?
The real Teddy has a similar power. That's why those two were taken separately. Not only that, but by acting as the two who had disappeared, the enemy thought it could portray them as traitors. Though it appears that Teddy managed to escape on his own somehow.
You'd be serious too if you were born a Kirijo. I guess. I don't know. I'd love to see like what her siblings are like.
How come I'm the only one fake Teddy is watching over personally? Sheesh.
You have the most powerful investigative persona. They must have had to take greater pains with you.
Actually, there is an irony in that Naoto, the detective of the team, does not have the investigative persona. A serious and dry mommy like Mitsuru could make an interesting story. There has to be one that exists like that out there somewhere.
I think we're keeping this going too long.
Yeah.
We've exchanged what we know already, so I'm gonna shut down the comms link. Be careful, you guys.
I face Shirogane once again.
We are responsible for this case. Rescuing the ones who've been dragged into it is part of our mission. Besides, she's another of your friends, isn't she? All the more reason for me to go save her.
One that's kind of close to is Raven from Ruby. I don't know. Like, she just doesn't seem like the motherly type. Like, obviously she's not the motherly type, but you get what I mean. After taking some time to make up his mind, he looks me in the eye once more. Yeah, just the one eye.
You're quite prepared for this. It would be unfair of me not to tell you everything. Please hear me out. The reason I came here was to...
You're a real straight arrow.
Yeah, I guess she is. I cut him off intentionally.
You're very proud to be a detective, no? I can see it in your eyes. You would never sell out your beloved Justice.
Justice. Justice, justice, justice. Justice, 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 justice. Oh my god, what game was I playing where the... Oh, yeah. Like, one's justice. Like, I feel like... Yeah, that was really repeated a lot in Persona 5, wasn't it? Like, seeking out one's justice, like... It had to have been Persona 5 where, like, I kept hearing that so much.
If you've done nothing to be ashamed of, that makes us even.
Because I can't think of what other game I've been playing recently that would say that. Use the word justice over and over again.
Kirijo, it seems I still have much to learn.
Despite what I said, I can make an educated guess as to his motives. Fire Emblem Fates? No, I haven't played that recently. That means the police selected their observer as someone with the potential. If his only task was to watch over the transfer, there'd be no need to send a Persona user. Leading me to believe that he's been asked to secretly spy on me or my organization. Need to play that on hard or lunatic mode? Yeah, no, we're not doing that. But we have nothing to hide anymore. There are many things that shouldn't be made public, but I'm sure his judgment is sound.
Well then, I will once again entrust my friend's safety and the resolution of this case to you.
Yeah, no, we're not doing it.
In honor of the bond we are forming, Mitsuru Kirijo.
I promise that I will not let you down.
I can play Awakening on hard, no problem. Good for you. I am terrible. Listen. More often than not, in at least like Awakening and probably some of Three Houses, like, I have lost more units than I'd like to admit to. I smile back at him and move on without looking back. Like, you are not getting me to play it on classical mode, that's for sure. I know that there is someone up ahead to whom I owe recompense. There is no hesitation in my steps. What do you mean casual? I prefer casual. I don't like it when my units die. After turning a corner and going on for a while, it finally comes into view. The announcement room. This is where Kujikawa is supposed to be.
Are you Kirijo-san?
Holy shit, you're hot. Classic makes more sense in houses. Nope, still not doing it.
Kirijo?
As I open the door, the two students greet me. One of them is the voice I heard through my persona. Kujikawa, I presume. The other is a girl I didn't see on the video. Just remind yourself, Fizzer. He does not know what Labrys looks like.
Hang tight, Miss President. We'll be okay now that help's arrived. Kirijo-san, this girl got dragged into this mess too. We have to help her before that general comes back.
So you're Kujikawa. Sorry, but I'll need you to step back.
Huh? I turn to face Miss President.
We meet at last. Astounding. You really do look human.
Oh, okay, so she does know. Well, I feel like an asshole. Labrys got an upgrade on her ass. I'm sorry. Oh, as if that's not the worst thing we've talked about.
But you're not, are you, Labrys?
The girl jumps at hearing this. Kujikawa still looks unsure, but I can't drag her into this. I place myself between her and Labrys.
Huh?
What do you mean she's not human? Isn't she a victim who got dropped inside the TV?
I don't know about the worst thing you've talked about, but worst thing I've talked about is like more than just somebody getting an upgrade on their derriere. Labrys being a victim is one way to see it. But if what I've learned thus far is accurate, then the one who set up this Grand Prix is most likely...
Labrys. Our records show that you were loaded with special equipment, undoubtedly a function that affects thoughts and scrambles recognition. That's why we saw and heard illusions whenever we fought.
Sometimes I wonder if you're just a boob, man. I can be both. I just prefer the boobs over the ass, that's all.
It would also explain General Teddy's appearance, and those who met you believing you to be
I mean, come on, I have talked about Makoto's ass before.
Special equipment? Labrys? What are you talking about?
Labrys' protests of ignorance sound as if she's in denial about something she already knows. It's tragic, hearing the desperation in her voice.
I'm sure the reason why you captured two people with analytical personas wasn't just to keep them from interfering with your designs. I came to a realization when I noticed I was the only one who sensed that noise.
Do a boob versus butt story. Who would that be, though?
An analytical persona's searches clash with your ability. They dispel illusions, so you needed to confine them. You feared that if they caught you off guard and used their persona's ability, this would happen.
With that, I summoned my persona, Artemisia. Just as expected, noise immediately runs across Labrys' body. It's exactly the sensation I felt before each round in the tournament. Artemisia cancels out the force scrambling our senses, and the illusion begins to wear off. Little by little, the facade fades away, and her true appearance emerges.
No! What's going on? This can't be...
What was your motive, Labrys? Was it revenge in the end? I can understand why you'd hold a grudge. I caught glimpses of it on my way here. But your hatred should be centered on the Kirijo group.
ROCs
Why
or
drag
Persona
innocent
characters?
students into your vendetta?
I'd have to think that one over.
Kirijo... group? No. I don't want to remember. Never again. Miss President, Kirijo-san, she seems to be in a lot of pain. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but you can't push her any further.
She's too close to the edge. At that moment, Labrys grabs the equipment on her back that I had mistaken for wings. I was thinking about that earlier, like what exactly is Labrys' design based off of if her axe is wings? It suddenly separates and transforms into a giant battle axe that's larger than she is.
Miss President?
Get back! Hurry!
Labrys approaches one step at a time, her axe at the ready. Her steps seem uncertain, but she's moving with battle clearly in mind.
The injunction against harming humans has been removed? I see. No wonder she was sealed away.
God damn it, who got rid of Asimov's laws of robotics? Behind me, I hear Kujikawa pleading.
Is there no other choice but to fight?
I won't let you do any more damage, Labrys. It's me you want.
Also, Rize, what the fuck are you doing? The refusal to fight is Labrys' whole thing.
Shut up! Shut up! I didn't like that!
Alright, I think we're almost done here. Probably would have been done sooner if, you know, I didn't have the issues that I was having, but, yeah, that's life, I guess.
Finally.
It's weird that this is the first time we're fighting regular Labrys, right?
You have time to go? The time is now!
Damn. There we go. All right. Labrys remains still. I can hear her muttered denials. She didn't use a persona, but it's possible that her mental instability prevented her from doing so. It might have been a blessing in disguise. You know what? I just realized that.
I don't intend to turn a blind eye to the sins committed against you. That is why I must bring you back.
And in case you're wondering how I didn't notice it before, just keep in mind, I'm in the heat of battle. I'm kind of focused on that more than any character detail or story detail. Labrys is the mastermind, not only of this tournament, but maybe of the entire incident. What if Labrys wasn't stolen, but instead escaped? Considering her powers, is it possible that she deluded the ordinary human hijackers? There's no knowing when Labrys regained her consciousness inside her cage. What if she hadn't awakened on opening it? What if she was already conscious inside there? She had been sealed for roughly 13 years. More than enough time to formulate a plan.
I am hilarious, and you will quote everything I say.
Hello, Fred. Thank you for joining us this evening. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the
Greetings, citizens,
There it is.
and welcome
Thank you
to
for the raid.
city. I am its protector, the HeroFizzer.
Yeah, we're still not sure what the hell is going on with Fujitech. We are at the end of Mitsuru's story, so I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do is once we're done with the stream, I'm going to yeah, it's still busted. I think I'm gonna go into the Fujitech Discord, see if anybody there can help me, because like this, like I hate that it's not working, but what can you do?
If that was indeed the case, it'd make more sense for this to be a plan devised by Labrys, rather than an unknown party suddenly stealing her away. I can't imagine how much resentment such a small, artificial body could hold. A tragic mastermind, huh?
Huh? Mastermind? You got it wrong, Kirijo-san! That girl's not—
Kuchikawa calls out from behind me. But just as she does, I feel an imminent threat rushing toward my back.
What?
I turn around in surprise. Okay, who invited the clown?
Looks like you've saved me some time while I was out running errands.
You're...
General Teddy gives an evil smirk. Ugh. An extremely powerful version of the noise, far worse than before, is everywhere around us. Fujikawa squats down while covering both her ears. It's all I can do to keep from falling to my own knees.
What's going on? This is Labrys' interference pattern.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Oh dear.
As thanks for cornering the real one, I'll show you something.
Did you see that? Did I see the shift? Go to log. Log? What do you mean log? Can I go to log? You mean like... The amount of SSS when she said Labrys. S's? Wait, what? Wait, no, hold on. Wait, what? Huh? This looks different. Yep. To be fair, it has been a while since we've seen it, but hold on a second. You mean here? That axe always makes it look like Labrys has a Wang Chung tonight. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. Like, I'm looking at it, but I only see the two S's. It's S''S. You don't put two S. What do you mean? It's an apostrophe S. It is Labrys' interference pattern. That looks right to me. I don't know. Have you ever seen my high school DD stories? I've used apostrophe S for Rias before. The noise lifts once the mimicry is dispelled. I agree with you, but I have gotten feedback on that from people saying it should be, so I don't know. I just do what I do.
Another Labrys?
Really? This is the only thing we have for this. This is... And that's the end of it. Oh my god. And hey, now we finally have Labrys' story. All that's left is this one. I can use the cutscene as a thumbnail. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I have to do some finagling with the aspect ratio, though, because I did not capture... Well, you know what? No. No, I can't even do it with the one from Naoto's story, so... I don't know. I'll figure something out. Or just use targets. Well, we'll see. I don't know. No, don't mind me, guys. I'm just like I'm still trying to figure out like what the problem is with this. Like I don't know what else I can do. I don't know what else I can say to fix it. I do know I should probably fix the one on the main play screen, just so like, you know, I have it ready for when this does get fixed up.
Responsible for this! I demand that you show yourself!
If it suddenly fixes itself, well, that would be nice now, wouldn't it? But there's only so much we can do, unfortunately. In any case, yeah, speaking of which, we're pretty much, like, we could have gotten this done sooner, but I guess it's for the better that we didn't. In any case, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Yuki, Fred, Erkenhelm, Three of Hearts, thank you guys for sticking around through the night. I hope you guys were okay with, you know, the mess that this has become. Tomorrow night, we will be playing more of Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, regardless of this mess. I'm going to go into the Discord once the stream is over, but we are still going to do a raid. And Friday and Saturday, we are going to be playing Devil May Cry 4. But yeah, that's going to be for later. We're probably getting 2 clips here. Yeah, not anything that is, you know, that can be salvaged by, frickin', you know, nothing to do with the story, just like everything to do with how everything could go wrong with, you know, the stream malfunctions and whatnot. But that's gonna be, I'm gonna deal with that once we get out of the stream. We are gonna go raid into somebody tonight, and I believe it is Wednesday, so we will be raiding into Kodo Kitsune. We'll see how they looks like they have started their Mass Effect 2 Renegade stuff. Yep, they are definitely at the beginning of Mass Effect 2. So we're gonna raid into them. Thank you guys again for being here. I will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern. Also, again, like, I'm sorry that this feels like so crammed in, and like I usually would spend more time on it, but like I just want to get this fixed up ASAP. So yeah, thank you again, everybody. I will see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern for more Persona 4 Arena. That is the same Fizzer time, same Fizzer channel. Good night. And also, Fred, I think I forgot to mention, thank you for the raid. I kind of messed that up, but thank you for the raid, and have a good night, everybody.